The following is a Learfield presentation of the Ohio Sports Network.
Swing and a miss, strike three.
Ohio baseball is on the air.
Fly ball left center field and deep, way back. This ball has a chance. It's gone, and the Bobcats paint this one green and white. 2023
Bobcat baseball on the Ohio Sports Network from Learfield is brought to you by Steak and Shake, People's Bank, McDonald's, Harmar Stores, and Union Street Diner.
Fires to first, and they got him. Oh, baby, what a big-time play. Down the line and right, long run. Roush dives, and he made an incredible catch.
The Diamond Cats are also brought to you by Care Source, Chick-fil-A, Ohio Health, Go Mart, and the Mark Porter Auto Group.
Way back, and that's back-to-back jacks. Another Bobcat blast.
It's time to head to the ballpark. Here's the voice of the Bobcats.
Painted green and white. Ohio wins. Ohio wins. Ohio wins.
Russ Eisenstein.
It doesn't matter where you're from, big town, small town, in between town. If you can play, you can play. Ohio baseball's roster is made up of guys from 13 states, from towns of all sorts of sizes, and they can play. The Bobcats are the surprise story of the first half of the MAC season, with the highest league win total, and by percentage points, they're in third place. Miami's in town for League Weekend 6. Junior top of the rotation righty Luke Olson is the embodiment of the no matter where you're from mentality. His hometown could fit inside Bob Wren Stadium with room to spare. Granville, Illinois, south-southwest of LaSalle, Peru, has a population of 1,300. Putnam County is 94th of 102 Illinois counties in population, and Putnam County High School has an enrollment of 271. He threw a complete game, 7 strikeout, no walk, 2-hit shutout in the 6-0 win at Toledo last Friday, and he's a co-MAC pitcher of the week.
It's definitely a small area, small town, but it's a baseball town. It's a baseball area. A lot of players from that area that play good baseball, and if you want to take advantage of the opportunity that you're given, then you can. You know, there's definitely something about like the community. They're very supportive, and I have a lot of people from there that know me because it's such a small area, and it's just cool to like have success and kind of not do it for the area, but it's cool to like be from a small area. I'm very appreciative for that.
Bouncing ball back of the mound, charging Dolan, gloves, throws, got him. Paint this one green and white. A complete game winner for Luke Olson. Ohio wins. Ohio Yes, Ohio wins. He was all-conference and all-area in high school and was all-area at Danville Area Community College,
which is a smaller junior college not a lot of people have heard of, but I was given an opportunity and they never doubted me or my abilities, and then Coach Brown and Coach Moore gave me an opportunity here to just continue playing, and kind of just goes to show that if you're willing to put in the work, then you can do whatever you want in life. It's just a matter of taking advantage of your opportunities.
As for last Friday, he has the same mentality for this Friday.
Yeah, I mean, I felt like I was definitely in a rhythm, kind of getting us off to a fast start of what we want to do every game, and to kind of get going downhill and be trending in the right direction on a Friday is what we want to do. We want to take advantage of winning that first game of the series and put ourselves in a position to win 2 or 3 games every weekend. So getting off to a fast start, especially in the first couple innings on Friday, is important. And once I kind of got into a rhythm, I felt like that our offense is going to score because our offense is great. So knowing that there's no pressure to have to throw a shutout, go out there and try to keep us in it and compete, and that's all you can do.
Bottom of the 8th, here it is from Olson. Called strike 3, a dot on the outside black to the right-handed hitter. For Olson, this is his first outing against Miami.
Yeah, I've heard a lot about the rivalry with Miami, and it's rivalry week, but you can't make it more of a game than it really is, regardless of what the other team's jersey says or if they're what they did last year. None of that really matters. Once the first pitch is thrown, the lights are going to be on, the sun's going to be out, and it's we're going to show up ready to compete, whether we're playing Miami or any other team in the MAC. It's all the same. We're just going to show up, play our game, and compete, and that's all we can do.
A starter from a small town starting in a game matching 2 schools from the MAC's 2 smallest towns. It's a big ball game and a big rivalry. Called strike 3. Paint this one green and white. Ohio wins. Ohio wins. Ohio wins. 7-3 over Miami in the 250th all-time baseball Battle of the Bricks. It's 13-16 and 11-4 Ohio University, and 9-25 and 6-9 Miami University. And from Bob Wren Stadium in Athens, it's time for Bobcats baseball. I'm Russ Eisenstein. The On Deck Show continues with our visit with head coach Craig Moore. Online, on the Varsity Network app, and on the web stream. This is the Ohio Sports Network from Learfield. Game night at the Wren, baseball Battle of the Bricks. It's Ohio and Miami. Time to visit with head coach Craig Moore. This is the best start that Ohio's had to MAC play in a long time. Best record Ohio's had in MAC play through 15 in a long time. What does all that stuff mean to you in this program?
It means a ton, I mean, when you're winning games, you're having fun, and so our guys are enjoying the the ride that we've had the last 2 to 3 weekends, and we're looking forward to a very competitive series this weekend with Miami. Obviously, as you mentioned, they're our rival, and it's alumni weekend for us, and so we're going to have a lot of former players and teammates of some of these guys back in the stands to root us on.
Can you pinpoint a reason or a couple of reasons why you've been able to have back-to-back sweeps, but to be in the position that you're in?
Guys working hard, working hard every day. They come to practice, ready to practice, and they come with intent and purpose. And, when you can start to execute things during the Tuesday through Thursday segment of the season, once the weekend comes, then you feel a little bit more, loose and relaxed to go out there and play the game, execute the game, and that's what our guys have been doing.
You use the word fun, and that can be lost sometimes when it's our livelihood. You're, as a head coach, and me going through the motions as a broadcaster, it's my job and all of that, but to be around 18 to 22 and maybe beyond that, guys that want to have fun with the game, what does that fun mean to you, and how do you try to facilitate that and keep that going when obviously this is Division I college athletics?
Yeah, you got to handle it the right way. You got to have some maturity with the fun factor. You want the guys to want to come to the yard every single day, and when they are enjoying some success, that's when that fun aspect comes into play. But like I said, you got to monitor it a little bit. You can't let them, you can't let the leash go too far either. You got to kind of rein them in at times and things like that, get them locked back in. But I just believe that if you can have that type of an attitude, an enthusiasm there, that the game, it comes a little bit easier to you.
What does the baseball Battle of the Bricks and this rivalry with Miami mean to you in this program?
Everything. I mean, it's I don't know. There's too much to say about in terms of just from a baseball standpoint. It's a university rival. And so when you just kind of isolate it with one sport, obviously it means a lot because.
Hitting third baseman Ryan Zeborowski. In the cleanup spot, center fielder Zach McDonald. Batting fifth, first baseman Evan Applewick. In the sixth spot, left fielder Brian Zapp. Batting seventh, right fielder Dom Magliacca. Hitting eighth is the catcher David Novak. And rounding out the lineup and playing second base is Dylan Baker. On the mound for the Red Hawks, 6'2", 170 left-handed starter Connor Oliver. He's from the Chicagoland area. He's from Oak Forest, Illinois, and a multi-school transfer. He's been at Wichita State. He's been at TCU. He's also been at Wabash Valley College in the junior college ranks. Now for head coach Craig Moore and the Bobcats, leading off and playing in center field is A.J. Roush. In the two-hole is the first baseman Alec Patino. Hitting third, catcher Mason Mincy. Cleanup, right fielder Will Sturrick. In the five-hole, third baseman Colin Kasperbauer. Batting sixth, second baseman Alex Finney. Hitting 7th, left fielder is Cole Williams. Hitting 8th, the DH, Will Lugg. Wes Lugg, the DH, hitting 8th. Nick Dolan's a shortstop, and he rounds out the lineup. So it's Roush, Patino, Minzy, Sturek, Casper Bauer, Finney, Williams, Wes Lugg, and Nick Dolan. On the mound for Ohio is the reigning MAC Pitcher of the Week, Luke Olson. Olson, 6'2", 220 out of Granville, Illinois, transferred from Danville Area Community College. First pitch coming at straight up 6 o'clock. Game time temperature is 77 degrees, and the first pitch to Benji Brokebond is Steerite called. It is 0-1. Enjoy the broadcast and the ball game, everybody. As Brokebond's their DH, hits .316, no homers and 16 runs batted in. Next one is a slider that sweeps low and outside. It's a ball and a strike. Bobcats are in the throwback 1970 style uniform, cream with Ohio in print and an arch across the chest in green. Tops and bottoms, the old cream white style, and a good look to honor the College World Series team and that era of baseball. Next one fouled off, first base side out of play. It's 1-2 on Benji Brokebond. Miami is in the gray tops and bottoms, numeral in red on the backside of the uniform. White spikes for Brokebond. Right-handed hitter, swing and a miss, strike 3. Elevated heat, and that's going to be part of the story. As you heard in the interview with head coach Craig Moore, no one strikes out more than Miami does in the back. Nobody walks more than Miami does in the back. They're tied for 9th in the country in walks per 9 innings. They also have the most walks as a pitching staff, but they also have the most strikeouts as a pitching staff. Here's Cooper Weiss, their shortstop, and there's a strike. It is 0-1. Right-handed hitter, 276 hitter, 7 homers and 27 runs batted in. Open stance, a little arch to that front foot, and a breaking ball misses inside. It's level to ball and a strike. Beautiful night in Athens, and a good crowd working its way into Bob Wren Stadium. Doubleheader tomorrow. 1-1, there's a strike, belt high, fastball from Luke Olson. It's 1-2. Beautiful night for a ball game in Southeast Ohio. 1-2 pitch, fly ball right field. Sturek is there. He's under it after 5 feet in and makes the catch off his left shoulder for out number 2. Here's Ryland Zaborowski. Ryland Zaborowski, their third baseman, hits .303 with 12 homers and 31 runs batted in. He is tops in the MAC in home runs and number 1 in slugging percentage. Zaborowski is 17th in the conference in hits. This one's lifted to right. Sturek is under it, comes in 3 steps, and they retire the .303 hitting Zaborowski. 1-2-3 go the Red Hawks in the top of the first inning. Bobcats coming up. Good start. This is the Ohio Sports Network from Learfield.
Wichita State, Wabash Valley, TCU. And he's out there now against Ohio's A.J. Roush, Alec Pitino, and Mason Minzy. Bobcats second best offensively. 291 team average. 9th in the conference in pitching at a 7.53 ERA, but that's better than it's been the last couple of weekends. Ohio shaved that down. Back-to-back sweeps will do that. Roush on the right side, back of the box, and the first pitch to him. Flinched a bit. It's a strike. It is 0-1. AJ's 8th in walks in the conference. He's 15th in doubles. Roush is 18th in on-base percentage. He's had a good year. 1-1 is the count. Ohio coming off back-to-back sweeps. Swing and a miss. Swung through a very impressive breaking ball. It's 1-2. Back-to-back sweeps for the first time since 2010. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Tried to stop it. Couldn't. Gets away from the catcher. Novak throws the strike to first to Applewick. And there's strikeout number 1 for a guy that's tied for 12th nationally in strikeouts. Roush, the first victim of the night. Here's Alec Pitino. Ohio's first baseman, left-handed hitter. Hitting .345. First pitch to him, misses low and inside. It is 1-0. Pitino, 6 homers and 36 runs batted in. Next one bounced in. 2-0 is the count. Now Ohio off of the back-to-back sweeps coming home. Best record through 5 MAC weekends in a while. Left on left here, and the 2-0 is fouled back. It's 2-1. Ohio is right there in the top 4 in the conference. Percentage points 3rd in the league. Pitino, the 11th best hitter in the conference. Left on left in the pitch. Fouled back to the screen. Count level now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Lots of other scoreboard watching to do. Ohio is a non-conference series next weekend. This is wrapped on the ground to the right side. To his left is Baker. Throws to first. And Applewick secures out number 2. 2 gone, bases clear. Bottom of the first inning, scoreless game. Mason Minzy bats now. Hits .318 with 8 homers and 28 runs batted in. Minzy, 17th in OBP in the conference. On base plus slugging. 15th in runs scored. And he's right there at the top of the list, top 5 in ribbies. 0-1, 0-2 now on a jackknifing breaking ball on Mason Minzy. Pant legs pulled up to his knees, got the stirrups going. Shiny blue bat, right-handed batter, left on right in the pitch. Eye high, it's a ball. 1-2 the count. Next one to Mason. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Good movement there for Oliver. You can see why he pitched at Wichita State and TCU and why he's a strikeout pitcher for sure. That's 2 Ks in the first inning. Scoreless game as we move on to the second. Ohio and Miami, the Battle of the Bricks on the Ohio Sports Network from Learfield. Ohio and Miami. Back on the mound for Ohio is Luke Olson with his parents here tonight. His mom is a fourth grade teacher. His father is a middle school principal. And the first one from Olson to Zach McDonald just missed outside. It's 1-0. McDonald, a .288 hitter with 7 homers and 22 runs batted in. And Olson not getting the outside edge of the plate to the right-handed hitter. It is 2-0. From the wind, the righty brings it home. There's a strike belt high. Outside third, it's 2-1. Miami 6-9 in conference play, so this is a huge weekend for them. Slider sweeps low and outside, 3-1 on the right-handed hitting center fielder. Trying to get back into the back hunt. Fly ball to right, tailing away from Sturrock. He's on the run. He's there right in front of the track, maybe about 10 feet just to the left of the line, down the line and in the corner. Looking for the game's first base runner. Here's Evan Applewick, who is a .224 hitter. 2 homers and 13 runs batted in. Right on right here, 1 gone, base is clear. There's a strike. It's 0-1. Midweek, Miami lost in 10 innings at Cincinnati 7-5. Slider low and away. 1-1 the count. And beat Northern Kentucky 16-11. That was at NKU, and that was on Wednesday. Last weekend, they took 2 of 3 from Eastern Michigan, and that has to make them feel pretty good as they're gaining a little bit of Mid-American Conference traction. 2-1 the count. And the pitch. There's a strike from Olson. 2-2. Beat Eastern Michigan on Friday 6-4 and then 21-2 on Saturday. Lost 8-1 in the finale. 2-strike pitch is low. Count runs full now. It's 3-2. 21-2 in the Saturday win. They had 17 hits. Payoff pitch. Low and away, ball 4. That's the game's first base runner. A walk for Luke Olson. They had a 6-run second, a 7-run third, a 3-run fourth, 1 in the 5th, 2 in the 8th, 2 in the 9th. Eastern Michigan's lone tallies, 1 in the 5th and 1 in the 9th. They were out hit 17-4. In the game, they had 3 homers. Weiss, Zaborowski, and Applewick. Here's Brian Zapp, their left fielder, left-handed hitter, takes a strike. It's 0-1. Zapp 7th in the conference in stolen bases. He's been hit a lot. 5th in the conference in HBPs. Count level at a ball and a strike. This team number 1 in the conference in getting hit. They've been hit 55 times, and they've also hit the opposition 55. Runner goes, swing and a miss, throw down to second, not in time. Stolen base for Applewick. And that is stolen base number 49 for the Red Hawks this year. And that is the first for Applewick. One gone, runner at second in the pitch. Outside. 2-2 the count. Now, some of these stats for Miami, you might never see that combination of stats again. Most strikeouts hitting-wise in the conference, most walks, and they've been hit the most of anybody in the league. 2-2 pitch, chopped to the right side. Circling it is Finney and throws sidearm to first. Up to third goes Applewick. 2 gone, runner at third. Here's Dom Magliacca, their right fielder. Seven-man in the lineup. Runner at third, 2 gone. Top of the second, scoreless game. Luke Olson last week in an hour and 58 minutes had 7 strikeouts, no walks, allowed 2 hits in the 6-0 win. Bouncing ball to short. To his left, Dolan vacuums that up and throws to first in time. And so Olson works around a 1-out walk. He's stranded. Is Applewick at third. Through 1.5 at the Ren. Game 1 of a 3-game series. Ohio and Miami scoreless in Athens on the Ohio Sports Network from Learfield. It's 117. It's the longest running series Ohio has. Second longest in conference play, Kent State at 190. Longest non-conference streak as far as series goes. Most played non-conference rivalry, Marshall at 175 games. Will Sturrock, Colin Kasperbauer, and Alex Finney set to see Connor Oliver. And the first one to Sturrock is low. It's 1-0. 317 hitter, 6 homers, 20 runs batted in. For Will Sturrock, Ohio's right fielder. Out of a crouch, right-handed batter, takes a ball inside. It's 2-0. Big swing and a miss, 2-1. Second in hitting at 291. Kent State is first in the conference in batting average. Miami, by comparison, 7th. Next one misses low and inside. 3-1 the count on Will Sturrock. Miami 7th in pitching at a 7.13 ERA, and they're 9th in fielding. 3-1's a strike. It's 3-2. They have 47 errors. Do the Red Hawks? That's second most in conference, behind Akron at 51. Payoff pitch, slow roller, left side of the infield, charging on it is Weiss, and then the left shortstop and third baseman collide, and there is no play. It will be an infield base hit, and the Miami trainer will come out to check on Weiss and Zaborowski, the shortstop and third baseman. Just based on that, with Sturrock reaching at first for the game's first hit, I don't know if there was a lot of communication there between third baseman and short. It was a slow roller there that they were fixated on the ball, obviously. And you could see that coming, and hopefully they're all right. Sturrock reaches, and the umpires will give him a little time. Andy Dudonis is behind the plate. Pete Peterson at third, Ron Whiting at first. Three-man umpiring crew tonight. And if you think about it, it's surprising that doesn't happen more often. You don't really see ground balls for fielders colliding. They're both upright and hopefully all right, and they'll stay in the game. So Sturrock reaches. Here's Colin Kasperbauer. Weiss, the shortstop. Third baseman is Zaborowski, and there's a height disparity there for sure. But hopefully they're all right. They'll stay in the game. Here's Colin Kasperbauer, left-handed hitting third baseman. Hits .261, no homers and 17 runs batted in. CK 12th in runs scored in the MAC. Left on left here with the runner at first. And the pitch comes from Oliver. And it's a ball. It's 1-0. Kasperbauer, you'll remember, had an average in the 220s. He's up above 260 now, and it's a good time to get hot. And the pitch, low and away. 2-0 the count. Ohio's RPI has bumped up to 164. The Bobcats were north of that a couple of weekends ago, but that's what wins in conference can do. Fly ball down the line and left, curling towards the pole, and it is fouled to the Bobcat bullpen. Kasperbauer's not afraid to go the other way. 2-1 the count. So in the league, Kent State's at 63, Ball State at 85. Then it's Central Michigan at 105, Ohio at 164. Miami is bringing up the rear of the 11 at 293. Runner at first. Nobody gone here in the second, scoreless game, in the pitch. Bouncing ball to short, should be 2. Weiss takes it himself, throws to first, sidearm throw to first in time for the double play. 6-3, bases clean, 2 gone, bottom of the second, scoreless game. Here's Alex Finney. That's double play number 16 for Miami. By comparison, Ohio has 15, so they each had the same number of double plays coming into the ballgame. Here's Alex Finney, .256 hitter, 3 homers and 20 runs batted in. Here it is from Oliver, and that missed up and away. He's got some zip on that fastball. It is 1-0. Finney hits .256. Ohio's second baseman also can catch. Hit on the ground, rolled up the line at third, and into left field, base hit. That hugged the line the whole way. Turning and sprinting and sliding into second is Alex Finney. It's a 2-out double. For the ball club, that's double number 56. For Finney, that's two-bagger number 5. Alec Patino leads Ohio in doubles. He's 6th in the conference in that category. Here's Cole Williams. .348 hitter, 3 homers, 17 runs batted in. Ohio's left fielder. Remember, Gideon Antle went down because of injury in the Toledo series. We saw Trevor Lucas. And now it's Cole Williams. First pitch swinging, bouncer to second. Baker has that, throws to first in time for the out, and the 2-out double is wasted. We're through with 2, game 1 of the 3-game series. Ohio and Miami scoreless in Athens. Thanks for listening on this Friday night on the Ohio Sports Network from Learfield. Third inning's on. Scoreless game, Ohio and Miami. Bobcats trying to get to 12-4 in Mid-American Conference play. If you're wondering, the best start Ohio's had in recent years, I guess 2009 would be a recent year. Ohio was 13-3 through 16 Mid-American Conference games. Ohio was 12-3 through 15 in the NCAA tournament year of 1997. David Novak, Dylan Baker, Benji Brokman scheduled here. 8-9-1 against Luke Olson. First one's a strike. The next one dropped low. Actually, it's 2-0. The first one missed, 2-0. Novak, a .240 hitter, 2 homers and 12 runs batted in, and he rockets one to straightaway center field. This ball's deep. It's way back, and this ball is gone. Home run, David Novak. Solo shot. Third of the year, RBI 13, just to the left of the batter's eye, to the trees, just beyond the wall in center field. Miami on top 1-0. So for the first time in a couple weekends, Luke Olson gives up a run. Complete game shutout against Toledo, and David Novak goes beyond the boards in center to give Miami a 1-0 lead here in the third. 9-man is Dylan Baker. He shoots this one to right. Up there for Sturek. Comes in and makes a one-handed head-high squeeze for out number 1. So you give up a home run, you get an out right after that. That's a good response. Here's Benji Brokman, who struck out to start off this dance in the first inning. 1-0 Miami. That for the Red Hawks is their 42nd home run this year. By comparison, Ohio has 30. High variance with the Red Hawks for sure. There's a strike to Brokman. Count level at a ball and a strike. The statistical comparison between these two teams. Breaking ball drops low from Olson. It's 2-1. Ohio is right down there with Eastern Michigan for fewest strikeouts in the league. Miami has the most. And Brokman was not mindful of the count all the way. That's ball 3. He thought it was ball 4. It's a slider low and away. 3-1 the count. Next one from Olsen. There's ball 4, just missed high. Brokman on the base pass is 9 for 10 in stolen bases. Shortstops, Cooper Weiss flew out back in the first inning. Hits here now. Runner at first, one gone. Top of the third, 1-0. Miami with the lead. Double play would be nice. It would be Ohio's 16th on the year. Throw to first, chases the runner back. Miami has the most walks in the league. They're tied for 9th in the country with Fairleigh Dickinson. Pitch misses low to Weiss. So FDU, they can knock off a number 1 seed in the NCAA tournament, and they can also walk a lot. The Knights take first. Throw to first, chases Brokman back. Former Bobcat Ethan Newton is on the coaching staff at FDU. So he's teaching them plate discipline. Line drive down the line and left. It is a foul ball just by a foot down the line. It rattles around in the corner. Weiss nearly had an extra base hit. 1-0 Red Hawks here in the third. Yeah, tied with FDU for most walks per 9. That's the second walk of the ball game for Miami. And that is walk 204 on the year. Next one's up and away. 2-1 the count on their shortstop. Ohio 9th by comparison in the MAC in walks. Central Michigan can walk 2. They could also strike out 2. Both of those ball clubs, Miami and Central, are 1 and 2 in walks and strikeouts. Well-placed fastball, inner third at the belt. It's a strike. 2-2 the count. Yeah, Ohio's second fewest in strikeouts. Eastern Michigan is fewest. And K's in the league. Fly ball hit a ton to left. Way back, warning track wall, and long gone. Golfed out of here for Cooper Weiss. Second home run of the inning, 2-run shot. Red Hawks stake their claim to an early baseball Battle of the Bricks lead. It's 3-0 here in the third. It's his 8th homer of the year. RBI numbers 28 and 9. Golfed over the screen in left. Out of here between the retired numbers of Steve Swisher and Mike Schmidt, and then there's that break in the wall, and then the MAC championship years that are up there. That's where it went. Here's Rylan Zaborowski, and the first one to him is a ball. It's 1-0. 3-0 Miami. They might have got right against Eastern Michigan last weekend, and they're trying to get back in the hunt. Sweeping sliders outside. They appeal. He didn't go. 3-0 is the count. So with the rivalry series and them winning the series last weekend, you had to figure they'd be pumped up to play. 3-0. Fastball missed inside, ball 4. So this is the toughest inning Luke Olson's had in some time. Here's our cleanup hitter, Zach McDonald. Tim Brown, the pitching coach for Ohio, comes out to the mound. He feels he can help. Olson, the co-MAC pitcher of the week. Hopefully you heard the pregame open, where we talked about his hometown. We talked about his path going to Danville Area Community College. So he was a Panther from Putnam County High School. Turned, I believe, Jaguar at Danville area. Another offer he was considering was Southeast Missouri. They're the Red Hawks. Used to be Indians. No offers from the Valley, the Missouri Valley Conference. SEMO's in the OVC. And signed on to play at Ohio. So from small town Granville, Illinois, population 1,300. And if this crowd continues to swell, we might have 1,300 in the ballpark tonight. Meeting over, McDonald in there, and the pitch sweeps a little bit outside. It's 1-0 on their cleanup hitter. 3-0 Miami. We're in the third. Right on right here. To McDonald, who lined out to start off the second. This is cute foul over the screen, back of home and out of play. But no matter where you're from, big city, small town, any town in between, if you could play, you could play. 1-1. Hammered to left for a base hit. Hitting second and stopping there is Zaborowski. McDonald on with the single, and the Red Hawks are working on something here in the third. Here's Evan Applewick, their first baseman. He walked in the second. Solo shot for Novak to start it off. The one out in the inning was Baker, the 9-man in the lineup, their second baseman. He flew out. Then Brokmond walked. Weiss, the homer, walks Zaborowski, single McDonald. Here's Applewick. Right on right, 3-0 Miami in the third, and the pitch from Olson. High chopper towards third, just foul. Past Colin Kasperbauer and down the line. So interesting paths, these two starters. Olson for Ohio going small high school, junior college route. Oliver from the suburbs of Chicago going Wichita State, Wabash Valley, TCU. And Mound counterparts tonight. There's a strike to Applewick. 0-2 on their 5-man. 3-0 Miami with 2 homers in the inning. Novak and Weiss. Just one gone here in the third. Olson from the stretch and the pitch. Missed inside. Didn't have a good feel on that changeup. You could tell on the release. 1-2 the count. You didn't think it would be easy, huh? After back-to-back sweeps, Bobcats will have to battle back tonight. Line drive, that's just over the leaping Dolan and into left. Green light on, rounding third Zaborowski. The throw is not made to the plate. And a feet-first slide for run number 4 for Zaborowski comes on the RBI single for Evan Applewick, and they've lit the wick for 4 runs here in the third. 4-0 Miami. That's 5 straight to reach. Here's Brian Zapp, their left fielder. Stopping at second on the play is McDonald. He grounded out in the second, did Zapp. He's 5th in the conference in being hit. Left-handed batter, left fielder. 4-0 Miami, just 1 gone in the frame, and this bounced in. Mason Minzy had to slide back of the right-handed batter's box. It's 1-0. Red Hawks in the red helmets, appropriately. Gray tops and pants, and the pitch. I missed outside. 2-0 the count. Had a great vantage point at Toledo. The press box wasn't palatial, but the vantage point was outstanding to see every one of Luke Olson's pitches last week at UT. And tonight, not the same feel. Everything looked good on the windup, on very rarely out of the stretch, and then on the delivery. Fastball misses low. 3-0 the count. First and second the runners. Sun starting to set. Beautiful night in Athens, and the pitch. There's a strike right down Court Street. It's 3-1. Just some of those wispy cirrus clouds, fair weather clouds overhead. Beautiful blue skies above, setting sun in the west. 3-1 pitch. Low and away, ball 4, bases loaded, and be very careful here. To third goes McDonald. To second goes Applewick. Zapp at first. Here's Dom Magliacca, their right fielder. bases packed with Redhawks. Magliocca is making his 7th start. This is his 15th game. He's the 9th batter to bat in the inning. 1 gone, top of 3. Big moment here. 4-0 Miami already, and the pitch from Olsen. Check swing on a changeup. It's a strike. It is 0-1. He might have actually just taken something off a fastball to get it over there for a strike. It's 0-1. How about a double play? It would end the inning. And the pitch. Got under it and popped it up. This is back of first. It is playable. Moving back on it, Patino. Foul ground, makes the head high, 2-handed catch. That's a big out. Everybody's got to stay put, 2 away. Here's David Novak. 10th man to bat. Novak homered. And he is the strikeout batter tonight in the ballpark for a promotion, and that really must have fired him up because he homered. He didn't strike out. There's a fly ball, hit to left, got way under it and lost it to left. It's very playable. There's Williams, makes the catch of the inning over, and it really could have been a whole lot worse. The Redhawks get 4 runs on 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. They leave 3. There were no errors in the inning. We're through with 2.5 in Athens. Miami 4. Ohio nothing. Thanks for listening to the Baseball Battle of the Bricks on the Ohio Sports Network from Learfield. Hopefully it won't take 6 to come back and win. Keeping him at 4-0 would be just fine. 4-0 Redhawks. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. Wes Lugg, who's the DH tonight, in there on the right-hand side. Ohio's DH against the starter for Miami, Connor Oliver. And the first one missed outside. It's 1-0. Lugg making his first start, game 4 of his season. Did have a triple in one of his 2 hits this year. He hops 1 to short. There's Weiss, throws to first in time. And Lugg is now 2 for 5 on the season. Here's Nick Dolan.
Number 1, Nick Dolan.
178 hitter, has a homer and 12 runs batted in. A little Saturday night fever on a Friday night. Left on right in the pitch. Squared a bunt, pulled it back, took one up and away. It's 1-0. Scores from the MAC today. Central Michigan 9. Ball State 1. Big series on the Mid-Michigan Mount. There's a strike. 1-1. CMU 9. BSU 1. Big 3-game series between the Cardinals and Chippewas. 2-1 the count. This is topped weakly towards third, and they're going to let it roll, and it rolls foul. Just took a left turn, really close to the bag at third. It's a foul ball. Let's see what happened in that game, huh? That was a 2-hitter for CMU. Nine, 10, and 1 for the Chippewas. 1, 2, and 1 for Ball State. CMU had 2 in the second, 2 in the third, 2 in the sixth, 1 in the seventh, 2 in the eighth, 1, 9, 1. Next one misses to Dolan, up and away. 3 and 2 is the count. 1 gone, bases clear here in the bottom of the third. Ohio down 4-0. There's a leadoff walk. Gasser that missed up and away to the right-handed hitting Dolan. Here's the center fielder, leadoff man, A.J. Roush. Ohio was 9th coming into this ball game in walks in the MAC. And that is the first free pass tonight, issued by Connor Oliver. First one to Roush, misses inside and low. It's 1-0. 2 Illinois natives. Starters from 2 different sized towns starting tonight. 1 for Miami, 1 for Ohio. Left on right in the pitch. Hammered off his left foot, foul. Ball and a strike. Top of the 10th inning in DeKalb. Northern Illinois 3, Western Michigan 3. Eastern Michigan won over Bowling Green today, 8-6 in Northwest Ohio. Kent State early lead on Akron in their rivalry series, 2-0 top of the third at Kent. Letter high that Roush tried to rip through. He missed. It's a strike. 1-2 the count. Good lead at first for Dolan. Held on there by Applewick in the pitch. Missed up and away to A.J. Roush. Toledo playing that non-conference series at Samford this weekend, so they're down for 3 in Alabama. 2-2 pitch to A.J. Roush. Popped him up. Foul, first base side. This is going to drop out of play. That was just beyond the retaining wall from the dugout to the wall, and it took a high hop. You can't keep the foul ball here, but you could return it for candy. Seems like a pretty good trade. I mean, foul balls like candy anyway, but in the MAC, we can't just go around giving baseballs away, but you could give candy away. 2-2 the count, 1 gone, runner at first. Pitch misses high, good eye from A.J. Roush. 3-2 the count. Bobcats at home this year 6-5. Redhawks away from home, 6-14. Payoff pitch, runner holds. Ooh, called strike 3. Change up just below the knee. Home plate umpire had a better look than anybody in the ballpark at that, and that's a strikeout. Here's Alec Patino. That's 3 strikeouts on the night for Oliver. Second one for Roush. He came in with the most backwards Ks, strikeouts looking in the league. Here's Patino, 2 gone, runner at first. There's a strike to the left-handed hitting first baseman. It's 0-1. So tops in the conference in overall strikeouts and number 1 in strikeouts looking is this Miami starter. 0-1 the count, 2 gone, runner at first. Oliver for Patino. High chopper, weakly hit, right side of the infield, charging Baker. Scoop and toss, underhand to first in time for the out. A resourceful play from their second baseman. And the 1-out walk does no damage. Cats leave a man. We're through with 3. Game 1 of the 3-game series, meeting 260 all-time between these long-standing Mid-American Conference rivals. We go to the 4th. It's 4-0 Miami on the Ohio Sports Network from Learfield. All of you tuning in tonight via the web stream, online, or on the app, we go to the fourth, 4-0 Miami with the advantage. Redhawks had 10 at the plate in the third. Dylan Baker tried to crank one out of here, fouled it off at the plate. It's 0-1. Nine men in the lineup for Miami. 9-1-2 here against Luke Olson. Slider strike hit the outside edge. It's 0-2. So Ohio now by percentage points is third in the league. Still came into the weekend that way. Bouncing ball to short. There's Dolan, bobble the ball. Doesn't get a throw off. It's an E6 to put Baker on. That's error number 32 for the ball club. Ohio middle of the pack or thereabouts in fielding. 6th in the league. Miami is 9th. Second most errors, we told you, but that's the game's first error. So the Redhawks have the leadoff man on for the second straight inning. Here's Benji Brokmond and fouls one off at the plate. It's 0-1. Right-handed hitting DH already his third plate appearance tonight. Miami at 6-9, and the 4 in the conference now is Central Michigan at 8-5. 0-1. Sweeping slider for a strike. Looked like Brokmond was going to offer. Didn't. Called a strike. So you would figure that they're trying to chase Central, and I guess there's nothing really solidified yet. Pitch misses upstairs on Brokmond. It's 1-2. But if you get above 500 through 30 games, you're going to be right there. You should figure to qualify for the top 4. 1-2 misses inside. 2-2 the count. 30-game schedule. Top 4 qualify for the MAC tournament again. Moving to a neutral site next year, and I think 6 teams. 2-2. Slider just didn't hit that outside edge. 3-2. So ideally, Ohio can get some wins this weekend, have that non-conference weekend next weekend, and host this dance in the best ballpark in the league for the MAC tournament Memorial Day weekend. 3-2, low, got through the wickets of Minzy. Won't matter much because it's ball 4, and that's 2 aboard. That's not the right sound effect to play. First and second, the runners. Nobody out here in the 4th. Cooper Weiss is the batter now. Hit a 2-run homer in the 3rd. Hits here now in the 4th, and be careful here with Miami on top 4-0. First and second, the runners. Open stance, little arch on that left foot. Back of the right-handed box, and the pitch. That missed low. Part of last week, too, Olson was so good, and he got a favorable zone as well. Tonight, it's a little bit tighter, particularly outside of the right-handed hitter. Weiss, their shortstop, and the pitch. And missed inside, and the changeup last week, the feel for that pitch was just so awesome from Olson. Tonight, it's just not there, and so he's going to need a little bit of help from his friends or from the umps. 2-0 the count, 2 on, nobody gone, top of the 4th, and the pitch. Lashed foul down the right field line and out of play. So, I guess, long story short, it's too early to start forecasting things, but if you're looking at win totals, if you could get to 16, 17, 18 wins in the league, you should be okay to be in the top 4. Step off and a throw to second with Finney taking the throw, but back in time goes Baker. Baker at second, Brokmond at first. Nobody gone in the 4th, 4-0 Miami with the lead. 2 Red Hawk round trippers in the 3rd inning. 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Good pitch. 2-2. And I don't know why I didn't use the alliteration on the call for Red Hawk round tripper back when it happened. That's an error on me. 2-2 pitch coming. Hammered on the ground to third. That's fair, and down the line past a diving Casper Bauer. Rounding third, coming in to score is Baker. Rounding third and trying at Brokman. The throw is cut off, and it is 6-0 Miami on a 2 RBI double for Cooper Weiss. And what a night he's having. Homer to bring in a couple. Brings in 2 more here. That's 4 RBI on the night. He's got 31 on his season now. It is 6-0 Redhawks. We're in the 4th. Here's Ryland Zaborowski, their third baseman. And the pitch. A little bit away, 1-0. So Cooper Weiss came into their weekend as their 5th best hitter. But that's double number 8 now for him on the year. Cooper Weiss. 6-0 Redhawks. Still nobody gone in the frame, and a throw back to second. Back in time, standing up. Is there number 12? The unfortunate thing, too, and nobody feels worse about it than Nick Dolan, obviously, but should have been an out to start off the inning. Zaborowski takes low, knocked down by Minzy. 2-0 the count. And this is Division I college baseball, and so, you know, these things certainly matter, but Dolan, I'm sure he feels badly about it. It was a tailor-made ball on the field turf. Going to have to rise above here against the Redhawks. And the pitch. Low, but called a strike. Thank you. It's 2-1. Dimensions at the Wren, 340 down the lines, 380 to the alleys, 405 to straightaway center field. It's a big ballpark. 2-1. There's the good changeup. It's a strike. It is 2-2. Trees beyond the wall and straightaway center. Some flowering trees beyond the wall and left. 2-2 pitch. Low, it's 3-2. Got the bricks on the buildings. West green, those lightish brown bricks. White trim on the windows. You can see some of the buildings in Uptown. Beautiful night in Athens. Ohio down 6-0. Payoff pitch has popped up. This is back at home. Minzy gives it a look. He's at the screen. Be careful. Ooh. That hit off the right arm of a fan. Hopefully he's all right. And it ricocheted over to some students that are behind the plate and to the left of home plate. It's a foul ball. It's 3-2. And that gentleman who got hit on his right arm, he took that like a champ. I mean, he didn't flinch at all. He's not even rubbing it. He's tougher than me for sure. He's just sitting there like, whatever. Breaking ball drops low. Uh-oh. More than whatever. That's ball 4, and runners on first and second here, and Olsen is laboring to get an out in the 4th inning. Here's the cleanup hitter, Zach McDonald. And one of Ohio's facilities guys goes over to ask him, are you all right? And I'm sure he politely said, I'm fine. Get out of here. Tim Brown out to the mound, and they're going to make a move to the bullpen right now. So you never want to see this. A starter not getting through 4 in game 1 of the series, but unfortunately, Luke Olsen just didn't have it tonight. 6-0 Redhawks, first and second the runners. Nobody gone, top of the 4th, 2 already in. And we'll tell you about the new Bobcat arm out of the pen after this 60-second pause. Thanks for listening to the Ohio Sports Network from Learfield.
ferry discount today. The car ferry will be chanting, OU, oh yeah, let's go Bobcats.
Six 0 Ohio trails, bottom of the fourth inning. Welcome back to the Wren. Pitching change, never a good sign. Ohio's going to have to piece this thing through the rest of the ball game and potentially the rest of the weekend from a pitching perspective. In the game now for Ohio, 22, Zach Weber. 6'2", 210 out of Lebanon, Ohio in the Cincinnati area. Zach Weber into the ball game for Ohio. For Weber, this is his 10th appearance. He's 1-4 with a 9.26 ERA. 23 1/3 innings of work, 41 hits, 27 runs. 24 earned, 10 walks, 11 strikeouts. Opposition hitting .380 against him. And he inherits a situation where he's got to face off against the number 4 man in the Red Hawk 9, Zach McDonald. It's a situation with runners on first and second and nobody out. And the first one to McDonald is low. They appeal. He didn't go. It's 1-0. On the web stream, and credit to Jordan Bowes and the rest of the staff's work, there's a beautiful shot from beyond the ballpark looking in at home from down the right field line. Bouncing ball to third. Casper Bauer well off the bag, goes to second, one on to first. Got him. Double play. Ooh, it most certainly is a pitcher's best friend. 6-4-3 on the twin killing. To third on the play goes Weiss. Out is Zaborowski at second. And that was a bang-bang play at first. Double play number 16 for the ball club. And here's Evan Applewick, who is their first baseman. 2 gone, 2 in, runner at third. And the first one's a strike to the right-handed hitting first baseman who's been on base twice tonight. Applewick, it's 0-1. And the pitch. Big swing and a miss. Sweeping slider, low and away. Went fishing on it. 0-2 the count. Got to keep it at 6-0. 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So Weber comes in, gets about a ground ball double play, and then strikes out Applewick, but damage done in the frame. 2 RBI double Weiss. Miami leads at 6-0 as we go to the bottom of the fourth. From Athens, this is the Ohio Sports Network from Learfield. Bobcats down 6-0. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Welcome back to Athens. Can the Cats battle back again tonight? Mason Minzy, Will Sturrock, Colin Kasperbauer scheduled against Connor Oliver, southpaw from Chicago. 1-0 the count, suburbs of. Minzy struck out the first, and the Counts leveled a ball and a strike here. Good place to start. 3-man lineup, switch hitting catcher hitting right against the lefty. This is fouled off. 1-2. Red Hawks 10 wins on the year, 6 in conference play. Strike 3 called. Minzy must have been looking for something else. That's strikeout number 4. That's the Second time he goes down on strikes tonight. One gone here in the bottom of the fourth. 6-0. Redhawks with the lead. What's up, brother? How are you, man? Good to see you. Good to see Logan Jasek at the ballpark tonight. Former Bobcat pitcher. Bouncing ball to third off the bat of Sturrock. Back of the bag on the line. Strong throws Zaborowski. Pulled the first baseman Abelwick off the bag. And it's an infield single for Will Sturrock. So one gone, runner on. 6-0 Redhawks. Got to start somewhere. Here's Colin Kasperbauer. Kasperbauer from right next to Nebraska, Sioux City, Iowa. Rolled into a double play in the second. Left-handed batter now. And the pitch. Line shot to short off the outstretched diving glove of Weiss and into center field for a base hit. Back-to-back singles here. First and second, the runners. Yeah, good to see Logan Jasek at the ballpark. Police officer in the Papillion, Nebraska Police Department. Can't be easy for sure. During any time being a police officer, but greatly respect what Logan did on the field and also in the community too. First and second, the runners. Here's Alex Finney, and the pitch is a strike and an overhand breaker. It's 0-1. It is alumni weekend here, and so that's why you'll hear some names dropped from Bobcats past. We'll visit with Rudy Rote tomorrow during the game, the all-time hit leader in Ohio history. Next one to Finney, misses upstairs. It is 1-1. One gone, first and second, the runners. Bobcats down 6-0 here in the fourth. Jasek part of that 2015 NCAA tournament team. Winning over Ball State in the MAC championship. Finney tried to hit it over the batter's eye, came up empty. 1-2 the count. Hopefully we all keep getting older. And hopefully we all keep getting better too. Left on right, slightly open stance for Finney. And the pitch. Missed up and away. Good eye. 2-2. Yeah, we'll visit with Rudy Rote during the game tomorrow. Game one of the doubleheader. Schedule change if you aren't familiar or aware. 1 o'clock tomorrow. Game 1 at 2 tomorrow. 2-2, tap foul, hammered foul, in fact, at the plate. Trickled out to the mound. So 2 nines tomorrow. Getting ahead of some storms that could rumble up on Sunday. Really kind of wish we played 2 today. Because once the rain cleared, it did rain, not all that hard, but it rained earlier today. This would be a great night for an old twilight doubleheader. 2-2 the count. First and second, the runners, and the pitch. Bounced in. Good eye from Finney. That was a fastball onto shoe tops. 3-2 the count. Ohio down 6-0 here in the fourth. 2 on, 1 away. Finney ahead of Williams. He doubled back in the second. And the pitch. Got under it and popped it up. This is into right. This is a tough sun. Magliacca in. Second baseman Baker out. And he makes the two-handed head-high squeeze for out number 2. There's Cole Williams. 7-man in the lineup. Ohio's left fielder. The Marshall transfer was at the plate on Tuesday night with a chance to win the game, which would have been really poetic. Ohio lost to the Herd 8-6. But the Marshall transfer was at the plate with 2 gone in the bottom of the 9th. First one bounces in, got all the way back to the on-deck circle and to the backstop. Runners move up 90 feet on a wild pitch. I mean, that can't happen all that often where somebody transfers from a school and then you host the school and then you're at the plate and trying to beat your school, your former school, with your new school. Ohio was down big early and came battling back against the Herd, down big early here and trying to battle back against the Redhawks. Second and third, the runners. 2 gone. Bottom 4 in the pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-1 the count. Saw Cole Williams, BP, last week at Toledo. He just really strikes the ball well. He's got a good approach at the plate. Red bat, 2 white batting gloves, back of the left-handed box. And the 0-2. Did he go? Foul tip. Actually, I had the count wrong. My apologies. It is 1-2 now. 1-2 the count. On at third is Sturrock. On at second is Casper Bauer. Big spot here in the fourth. Ohio down 6-0 in the pitch. That was up and in. He tried to hold up, couldn't. It's strike 3, and Oliver is all kinds of pumped up. As he leaves the mound, it's a strikeout. It is his 5th on the night, and the Bobcats strand 2. We're through 4, 6-0 Miami. Thanks for listening and watching the Bobcat Baseball on the Ohio Sports Network from Learfield.
Or wherever you are. Shop us today, like us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and remember, if there's not a Parmar store near you now, there will be soon.
Top of the 5th inning's on. Home plate umpire not happy as the music continues to play, and so like a father trying to get the kids in line, he turns around and says, "Turn the music off," and they do. 1-1 is the count as we started off here with Weber back on the mound for Ohio. And Brian Zapp is the batter. 2-1 the count now. 6-0 Redhawks. We're in the 5th. Game 1 of the 3-game series. A lot of stuff to watch tonight, MAC and elsewhere. Bouncing ball to short. Room service for Dolan through to first for the out. Here's Dom Magliacca, who is 0 for 2 tonight. 6-0 Redhawks. We're in the 5th. Seven-hole hitting right fielder. Right-handed batter takes one high from Weber. It is 1-0. Next one misses low and away. 2-0. Redhawks with 2 round trippers in the 3rd. Novak and Weiss. Weiss also had a 2 RBI double an inning ago. And Magliacca has a 3-0 count on him. Next one coming. There's a strike, belt high, 3-1. The Tampa Bay Rays are trying to set a major league record for wins in a row to start the year. 3-1, swing and a miss, 3-2. Trying to best the Atlanta Braves from 1982 and the Milwaukee Brewers from 1987. I saw the 13th in a row in Chicago that year. Fly ball to right, shallow, could be trouble, and coming out was the second baseman, Finney. He caught the ball. He kind of veered down on his left side in front of Sturrock, who was on charging, and Magliacca pops out on a real flashy play from Finney. Here's David Novak. Right on right in the pitch. There's a strike. It is 0-1. He also grounded out in the third, and he labels one down the line and right. It will roll to the warning track and cut off before it gets to the wall. Turning first and going into second without a play is Novak. And he's clearly fired up because he's the promotional batter tonight who needs to strike out for free chicken sandwiches, and that's not happening at least through 5 now. It's a double with 2 outs. Here's Dylan Baker. 6-6-1 for Miami. They've left 5. Ohio 0-3-1. Bobcats have stranded 4. 9-man in the lineup is Baker. Right-handed hitting second baseman. There's a strike. It's 0-1. And the Rays are in Toronto tonight, trying to win 14 in a row. The Blue Jays are out to a 1-0 lead already in the bottom of the first inning. A 1 pitch. Low. 1-1. It was a leadoff homer for George Springer. And the walls brought in at Rogers Center didn't matter because it went 455 feet. 1-1. Low. 2-1. So Toronto 1, Tampa Bay 0. That's got to be the earliest that the Rays have trailed in a game this year. This is chopped foul to the on-deck circle. Bobcat dugout on the third base side. It is 2-2. They've won every game by, multiple runs. They just swept Boston at the Trop in front of 21,000 yesterday. 2-2 pitch, 2 gone. High chopper foul over the leaping, I believe that's Danny Hayden, the head coach of the Red Hawks. Third base coach's box. He gave it a good effort there. 10th year head man there. 2-2 the count, 2 gone. Runner at second in the pitch. Low, it's 3-2. There's a good degree of luck that goes with winning that many games in a row for sure, but that Tampa Bay ball club, they've just been ripping it and scoring runs like crazy. Smashed down the ground to short. Easy for Dolan. Throws to first in time. Pretty good inning. Spun by Zach Weber. And Luke Olson, one of the first Bobcats out of the dugout to greet him as he comes back into that third base dugout. Halfway home, we go to the bottom of the 5th. 6-0 Red Hawks. Time for a Bobcat comeback on the Ohio Sports Network from Learfield. Best setups in the league. And you would imagine that would be the case for 2 schools where baseball is important. And Ohio trying to battle back here, bottom of the 5th inning. Wes Lugg to lead it off. Connor Oliver back out there for Miami, and he pops the mitt of the catcher Novak for his strike. It is 0-1. The well-traveled Oliver has kept Ohio pretty much at bay tonight. Line drive center field, base hit for Wes Lugg. Leads off the inning with a single to center. And Wes's dad behind the plate right here. And high fives, yeah, you bet. So that's his third hit this year. And he hasn't been at the plate all that much. He needs to be in the lineup a little bit more, wouldn't you say, Dad? Yes, thumbs up. I'm just the broadcaster, so I don't have the control of the lineup card. But sure, why not? Here's Nick Dolan. Runner at first, 6-0 Ohio trails. Good start here in the bottom of the fifth. And the pitch, square to bunt, stabs at it, right of the mound. Oliver down to take it. Only play after a twirl on an underhand toss to first in time for the sacrifice. Complete 1-3. Top of the lineup, A.J. Roush. Six nothing Miami. The next time that a head coach ever asked me for lineup advice will be the third time in my broadcast career. There's a strike. It is 0-1. Legendary head coach at Southern Illinois, passed some years ago now, Dan Callahan. He would say, Dwight D., what do you think? And I was called Dwight D. because he didn't know my last name. He knew it was Eisen something. Bouncing ball wide to third, foul. And asked me a couple of times about the lineup. Gave him my thoughts. And so waiting for the first time that happens here at Ohio. But if Craig Moore asks me, I'll definitely say, put that Lugg kid in there. He's pretty good. Runner at second. One away. 1-2 the count on A.J. Roush. Well, there are a bunch of guys on this ball club that can play for sure. And Lugg getting his shot tonight, the DH. He's on at second. Can't come back without scoring the first run. Big swing and a miss for Roush. Strike three. That's the third time he goes down via the K tonight. Oliver's got some zip. He really does. Left-handed arm. I'm not one to really monitor a whole lot of draft boards. It's just not something I've ever really done. But I guess if anyone would ask my opinion, he's got some tools for sure. Left on left here as Alec Patino bats. Runner at second, 2 gone. Bobcats need to get something started here. Patino looking for his 37th RBI. And the pitch. It's at the top of the screen. Back behind home plate and to the right of the Bobcat dugout. That apparently was surprising to a couple folks that were behind behind the plate here. 1-1 the count, 2 away, runner at second. Ohio down 6-0. Overhand breaker misses upstairs. It is 2-1. Big series for Ohio to keep the momentum going. Big series for Miami to get momentum going after that series against Eastern Michigan. Pitch misses outside. Good eye from Alec Patino. It's 3-1. Oliver from Oak Forest in the Chicagoland area. Big swing and a miss. 3-2. 6'2", 170. Transferred from TCU in 2022. Payoff pitch, fouled back. Over the press box and out of play. Played for Wichita State in 2020. That was the COVID year, and then went to Wabash Valley. He went 9-1 there with a 1.87 ERA. Next one called, strike 3. Outside edge. Patino thought that was ball 4. Tossed the bat away. Has a word for the home plate umpire, Andy Dudonis, who says no to a free pass. Back-to-back strikeouts here for Oliver. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them tonight for the Max K. King to this point. We played 5, 6-0 Miami. This is the Ohio Sports Network from Learfield.
Or at home.
Hi there, how are you doing?
At one of our 200 plus care sites across the state.
All right, let's take a look.
Or on your tablet, smartphone, or computer.
So when did this problem start?
You'll feel good knowing Ohio Health provides the finest care anywhere. Schedule care today at ohiohealth.com/finestcare.
Top of the lineup for Miami as we started off here in the 6-0 Red Hawks. Welcome back to the Wren. Ohio down 6-0. And Benji Brokman takes a strike. It is 2-1. 6-1 for the Red Hawks, 0-4-1 for Ohio. Zach Weber back out there, and this is tapped foul. 2-2 the count. On a day in which Central Michigan beat Ball State, Ohio trying to beat Miami. This is line foul, first base side over the berm and out of play. Shadows creeping out now from the seating area, which is pretty well populated. Third base side, swing and a miss, strike three. Brokman goes down on strikes, and Zach Weber called upon in long relief and getting some good work in. Strikeout of Brokman to start off the sixth. Here's Cooper Weiss, their shortstop. 2 RBI double, 2-run homer in the third. Good ball player, 2-man in the lineup. 0-1 the count. Next one bounces in. 1-1 the count. One away here in the sixth. And Ohio down 6-0. Ohio scored 6 runs in the top of the ninth at Toledo last week to win. Hit on the ground to third. It's fair. Past a diving Colin Kasperbauer. It will roll down the line. Hitting first and sprinting towards second is Weiss, and he slides in head first with his second double of the night. His third extra base hit. And Miami has something going here with one gone in the sixth. Here's Rylan Zaborowski, their 3-man third baseman. One away, runner at second. 6-0 Miami with the lead. Zaborowski's walked twice. Their tall third baseman, back of the box on the right-hand side. Pant legs pulled up to his knees. Red socks, red spikes. And the pitch from Weber is low. It's 1-0. Blue Jays had a ton of traffic in the bottom of the first inning, but only scored the one. The leadoff homer for George Springer. So it's 1-0 Toronto on the Rays. Top of the second at Rogers Center as there's a meeting on the mound with catcher and pitcher Minzy and Weber. The Rays are not going to go 162-0, but you wonder when they'll lose for the first time. What a story. Weber from the stretch of the 1-0. Breaking ball that had him flinching. It's a strike. That was a good pitch. 1-1 the count. There's just something to winning streaks at the start of a season. 1-1 instead of throw to second with Finney, who was right by the bag, Ohio's second baseman. I mean, a 13-game winning streak at any point during the year headlines, but at the start of the season, wow, just doesn't happen very much, or if ever. 1-1. Bouncing ball to short will keep the runner at second. Dolan vacuums that up and throws to first. Important out, and important where it was placed, too, because the runner wouldn't advance. Here's Zach McDonald. Lined out in the second, singled in the third, double play in the fourth. Weber's next pitch will be his 37th. Right on right here, he's standing in sunlight with shadows all around him, and there's a line drive left center field and deep. This is going to bang off the wall and bounce over the wall. It's 7-0 Miami on a ground rule double for Zach McDonald. That was barreled up, and it bounced over the wall to the right of the 380 marker out there and to the left of the scoreboard. It would have been a double anyway, and it would have scored a run anyway. And anyway, it's 7-0 Miami. And if you thought this series against the Red Hawks, even though they only have 10 wins, was going to be easy, nope. Here's Evan Applewick, and he takes one low. It's 1-0. A walk, a single, and a strikeout for their first baseman. 7-0 Miami. We're in the sixth. Ohio has 12 outs in regulation to get at least 7 runs. There's a strike from Weber. It is a ball and a strike. Miami trying to get their 7th league win. 1-1 the count, 2 gone to the pitch. Low, 2-1. It would be a shame if Ohio doesn't, I mean, even if they don't come back to win the game, get something going here and get the crowd juiced up a little bit. That'd be fun. 2-1 pitch. Just laid the bat on the ball, rolls it third base side. Casper Bauer throws high on the run, and the snap tag pulled down by Patino at first. That was on the home side of the bag. Casper Bauer threw it on the run. Bit of a jump throw, and the inning's done, but the Red Hawks get 2 doubles. They strand a man. They score a run. 7-0 red and white, leading the green and white as we go to the bottom of the 6th on the Ohio Sports Network from Learfield. These two teams split the last 2 series. Last year in Oxford, 2 years ago here in Athens. Those are 4-game series. Impossible to split this year. It's a 3-game series. Ohio down 7-0, bottom of the 6th. Back out there is Connor Oliver for Miami. And the first pitch misses outside to Mason Minzy. It's 1-0. There's a strike. Had some late movement on it. 1-1 the count. Miami on top 7-0 with 4 in the 3rd, 2 in the 4th, and 1 in the 6th. Left on right, the foul tip into the mid of the catcher. For a strike, it is 1-2. 7 strikeouts on the night for Oliver. 1-2 is eye high. 2-2. For a Red Hawk ball club that is tops in the MAC in strikeouts. 2-2, high chopper left side, waiting for a favorable hop, Zaborowski, and he throws errantly. It's an error to put Minzy on. That just seemed to trickle past. So I guess you could say it's an error on the throw or error at first, but either way, it's an error to put Minzy on. Here's Will Sturrock. Throwing error on Zaborowski. Sturrock singled twice tonight, and the pitch misses low. It's 1-0. I'm going to make sure I get this right. Strikeouts per 9. Yep, Miami is 5th in the country at 11.8. Behind Wake Forest, first at 12.3. 1-0. Just missed inside. 2-0. It's Wake Forest, Duke, LSU, Tennessee, and Miami. Then Dallas Baptist, Florida, Iowa, Oklahoma State, and Mississippi State. Top 10 in the country in strikeouts per 9. This is fouled back to the screen. It's 2-1. We talked about Ohio's non-conference schedule. Kentucky, number 1 in the country in RPI. But Big Blue had a big blowout against them last night at LSU. 2-1. Low, it's 3-1. That was on one of the ESPN channels last night. Kentucky now 27-6. And it was a loss at LSU last night, 16-6. They're playing tonight, game 2 of that series. Swing and a miss. 3-2 the count on Will Sturrock. Runner at first. Nobody gone. Bottom of the 6th. Ohio down 7-0 here. Yeah, LSU had 2 grand slam home runs in that game before like the 5th inning. Payoff pitch with a runner holding. High, ball 4. Good start here to the 6th. Here's Colin Kasperbauer. First and second, the runners. Yeah, LSU had a grand slam home run in the first and then in the second inning. Kentucky actually out-hit LSU last night 9-8. But LSU won at the box 16-6. First one to Kasperbauer, misses outside. It's 1-0. Kasperbauer in the field tonight, unfortunately, has had a couple of balls bounce past him. He did dive. But a lot of those, he normally flags. There's a strike. It's 1-1. You heard the crowd's reaction to it. Kasperbauer grounded into a double play in the second, singled in the fourth. Hits here now with a 1-1 count. Smashes it on the ground through the right side hole. Base hit. Rounding third. No, holding there is Minzy. Bases loaded here for Alex Finney. Back to back to back, Bobcats reach. Sacks packed with Cats here for Finney, who doubled in the second, popped out in the fourth, and hits here now in the 6th. Bases loaded, nobody gone, bottom of the 6th. Ohio down 7-0. Finney at the plate, 3 homers this year. Has 20 runs batted in. And the pitch. Fly ball, right field. Late jump right fielder. Back to the warning track, and it is caught with the back to the infield. Magliocca reached up to make the catch. Throw to the plate is late. Ohio gets a run. It is 7-1. What a play by Magliocca in right. He was back to the infield, just stuck the glove up and made the catch. That was a tremendous play. Wow. So scoring from third on the play is Minzy. Holding at second, Sturrock. Kasperbauer at first. 1 gone. Here's Cole Williams. he was, so that's the sun field, and there are some shadows, but he was running back in the sun and looking back when he tried to get his bearings, and he was back to the infield, stuck the glove up there, and made the catch. What a play. Here's Cole Williams, took a strike. It's 0-1. One gone here in the bottom of the sixth, 7-1 Ohio down to Miami. And the pitch. There's the strike. It is 0-2. Williams grounded out and struck out tonight, takes one low. So if you're watching the web stream, you could see where the shadows are. If you're listening, all right, so towards the right center field gap, there's a spot of shadow, but between there for about maybe 30 feet, maybe more, sunlight, and then shadow back towards the line. This is fouled back. It's 1-2. And Magliocca went back there, got twisted around at the warning track and made the catch. He's shielding his eyes from the sun right now with his glove as he's peering in. 1-2 the count, one gone. That missed up and in, 2-2. Ohio, the first three reach. 2-2 the count. Air, walk, single, fly out. 2-2. Low and away, 3-2. What's the pitch count at? With 91 pitches here for Oliver. 3-2 the count, one gone. That was Minzy who scored. Sturrock at second, Casper Bauer at first. Payoff pitch here to Cole Williams. Line shot, right center field. Magliocca's there. Easier catch this time. Rifles it back in. Two gone. Hit the ball hard. But Magliocca in about 5 steps and maybe to his right 2 steps. Here's Wes Lugg. Lugg had a solid single in the 5th. Hits here now in the 6th. 7-1 Ohio trails. 2 gone. Runners on first and second. 98 pitches right now as it updates for Oliver, the Miami starter. Big swing and a miss. 0-1 the count. Pant legs pulled up to his knees. Those stirrups, white spikes, 2 white batting gloves. Rocks the bat in the 0-1. Changeup missed outside. 100 pitches now for Oliver. 2 gone, we're in the 6th. 7-1 Ohio trails. Left on right, and the pitch. Up and away, 2-1. Still some more time and room for you if you want to come out to the ballpark. There is beer here. 2-1 the count. And the pitch. Up and away, 3-1. Good at bat here for Wes Lugg, who came into tonight 2 for 4. Time called pitching coach out to the mound to have a word. And Oliver is right there at 100 pitches right now. And in fact, well, this isn't updating pitch by pitch, so he's at 100 pitches. And they're trying to get him through the inning. There are some Red Hawks loosening up down the line in the Miami bullpen. So 3-1 the count. It's impossible to hit a 6-run homer. But Lugg would like to put a charge into one here to get a little closer. 3-1 the count, 2 gone. Big pitch here from Oliver to Lugg. Up and away, ball 4. Novak tried to yank it back into the zone, but could not. Bases loaded again. And here's Nick Dolan. Sturrock to third, Casper Bauer to second, Lugg on. And for a guy that doesn't have a whole lot of plate appearances, that can't be easy to just be very patient at the plate, and he was. 2 gone, bases loaded in the pitch. Popped it up. Foul ground near the Bobcat dugout, charging over Zaborowski, and this is going to land foul in the elevated seats on the third base side, and off of one hop, a good catch made there. It is 0-1. Redhawks with 4 in the third, 2 in the fourth, 1 in the sixth. Ohio with a run here on a flyout. 0-1. Bounced in. Good save by Novak. Back of the right-handed box on Nick Dolan, who had a sacrifice and a walk tonight. One and one the count. You can see the bulbs a little bit brighter on that scoreboard now as the sun sets. Lights on here. Field all in shadows now. There's a strike. Might have taken something off a fastball. Caught the inside edge. It's 1-2. Bases loaded again for Ohio. 1-2 pitch, Oliver to Dolan. Fly ball down the line and right. This is towards the Red Hawk bullpen and out of play. We'll game track softball tomorrow. Bobcat softball has 13 league wins, most in the conference. They're at Northern Illinois for a doubleheader against the Huskies tomorrow. Single game on Sunday. We'll play 2 here tomorrow, starting at 1. 1-2 pitch coming from Oliver. Swinging a fly ball to left. This ball's hit pretty well. This ball is going to get back to the warning track and stay in the park. Zap under it and made the catch. Dolan gave it a ride. That was golf to left and nearly out of here. But that's about 355 feet away. That went about 350 feet and into the glove of Zap. And Ohio leaves 3, gets just 1. We head to the 7th. 7-1 Miami. Game 1 of the 3-game series in Athens on the Ohio Sports Network from Learfield.
Course, breakfast all day. Union Street Diner is open from 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. for dine-in, carry-out, and delivery all 7 days a week. See the menu online at unionstreetdiner.com or give them a call at 740-594-6007. Be sure to visit the Union Street Diner, 70 West Union Street, Athens.
Top of the 7th inning is on. Welcome back to the Ren. Going quickly here between innings. 7-1 Miami on top. Back out there is Weber for Ohio. Zap is the batter and has a 2-1 count on him. Ohio had a chance there. Zap zips this down the line and left. Foul. It is 2-2. Zap, Maglianca, and Novak scheduled here for Danny Hayden's Miami Redhawks. Miami in red print, trimmed in white across that gray uniform top. Weber misses outside. He's thrown 42 pitches now. 3-2 the count. What a beautiful night in Southeast Ohio. Payoff pitch. Up and away, ball 4. So Ohio got a run on a sac fly, and that's all. And a walk of the leadoff man. Not a great start. So that's a weird music choice. Not a whole lot of happy here unless you're a Red Hawk fan. 7-1 Ohio trails, would love a double play. Pop up on a bunt towards the on-deck circle, foul. Dom Magliocca, their right fielder. Ground out, pop out tonight. Blue Jays lead the Rays 2-0. Top of the third inning at Rogers Center. Single tally in both of the innings. We're monitoring that because the Rays are trying to get a Major League record 14-0 start to their season. Reds are playing tonight at home against the Phillies. Guardians in our nation's capital. Guards and Nats scoreless in the third. And the Reds down 5-1 in the fifth. Yikes. Pitch misses up and away, 1-1 to Magliocca. Tigers lead the Giants 2-1, top of the fourth inning at Comerica. Marlins 5, D-backs nothing in the fifth in Miami. Did you see all the rain that they got in South Florida? Like 20 inches. Streets flooded in Fort Lauderdale and Miami. But the D-backs got there. There's a strike. It's 1-2 on Magliocca. Through professional travel, you just kind of assume that there's no problems and everybody could get into a city and out of a city okay. Throw to first. Ooh, real close. Back is Zapp. Be careful with him. He is 7th in the conference in stolen bases. It's an interesting statistical layout for this Red Hawk ball club. Magliocca, their right fielder, and another throw over. But they've won 3 of their last 5, 2 at Eastern Michigan last weekend. 1-2 pitch. High chopper, left side of the infield. Casper Bauer gloves, exchanges, throws to first, and it's not scooped in all the way. Oh, no, they're going to say an out. And on the exchange to try to take it out of the glove is Patino. I'm surprised Miami is not challenging that, or at least protesting that. But out at first is Magliocca. 5-3. Here's Novak, who is 2 for 3 tonight. Runner takes second. That's Zapp. 1 gone in the 7th. 7-1 Miami. Weber for Novak. Rockets this to right center field. In there for a base hit. Through a stop sign, I think. Well, scoring anyway is Zapp. And it is 8-1 Miami. Unless it was just a very subdued pointing towards home from Danny Hayden, their head coach. Either way, it's a run. It's 8-1 Miami. Zapp scores on an RBI single to right by Novak. That's his 3rd hit on the night. And that's a tough guy to choose as a strikeout batter. 9-man in the lineup is Dylan Baker. Takes one low. It's 1-0. 8-1 Red Hawks. 9 hits on the night now. Cats down by 7. And the pitch. Fastball strike. It's 1-1. Baker flew out in the 3rd, reached on an error in the 4th. Bouncing ball left side of the infield to his right is Dolan. Gloves, long throw to first with the stretch. They got him. Good play. That was a heck of a job by Dolan to get to his right, stop, plant, and fire a fastball to first, where Patino had the long stretch, and there's 2 away with a runner at second. Back topside now to Benji Brokmont. Ohio 6th in the MAC in fielding, but even with the air tonight for Dolan, everybody on the infield can make some flashy defensive plays. Brokmont's been on twice with the walk. He struck out twice, and he takes a strike here. It's 0-1. Where's 11? Benji Brokmont, their DH. 0-1 pitch coming from Weber. Bounced in, ate up Minzy, crawled up his arm, back a home. He had to locate the ball as it trickles back to the backstop. Up 90 feet goes Novak to third. He went to second on that play by Dolan. So 1-1 is the count. Wild pitch from Weber. 2 away here in the 7th. 1-1 pitch, square to bunt, and he fouled it off. So with Casper Bauer back a little bit, runner at third and 2 gone, you don't normally see a bunt put down, but Brokman tried it there for the squeeze. 1-2 pitch coming. Lashed on the ground, fair, down the line at first, into right. RBI single, Benji Brokman. He's going to try 2, throw to second, tag is there, and they got him. But the run scored. It is 9-1. Novak scores from third. Brokman on the RBI, single to right, out at second on the play. Time to stretch in Athens, 9-1 Redhawks. They score 2 in the 7th. This is the Ohio Sports Network from Learfield. Yes, welcome back to the Wren. Bottom of the 7th inning is on, 9-1. Miami with the advantage on Ohio. And the Redhawks go to the bullpen. So Miami to the pen, night done for the starter, who is Connor Oliver, and he was outstanding. 9-1 as we go to the bottom of the 7th. New pitcher into the ballgame for Miami is 30. And that is, on the webpage roster, Patrick Mastrian, the 4th. Transfer from Michigan, out of Indy, right-handed arm, 6'2", 205. I believe he pitched last year against Ohio. I could be wrong, but I remember the name. This is his 11th appearance, 0-1 with an 8.10 ERA. 16 2/3 innings of work, 19 hits, 16 runs, 15 earned, 11 walks, 25 strikeouts. Opposition hitting .275 against Patrick Mastrian. And it's a 2-1 count now on the leadoff man for the Bobcats in the inning, and that's A.J. Roush, the leadoff hitter overall. Ohio in the throwback whites, Miami in the old school grays. 2-1 pitch, low from Mastrian. It's 3-1. Chance of rain tomorrow. More rain scheduled on Sunday, and thus the doubleheader tomorrow. 3-1 pitch. Sweeps outside, ball 4. Good start here with Ohio down 8 in the 7th. Here's Alec Patino. Bobcats lost games 2 and 4 at Miami last year. 5-1 in game 2, 9-7 in the finale. Ohio won game 1, 7-3, 1 in 10, 10-9 in game 3. Patino takes a strike. Hitless tonight in 3 plate appearances. 0-1 the count. Yeah, that extra inning game, that was a thriller. That was a heck of a college baseball game on a beautiful day in Southwest Ohio. 0-1, misses inside, and Patino had to move out of the way of that. 1-1. Ohio was up 6-0 going to the bottom of the 5th. Miami had 5 in the bottom of the 7th to tie it. 1-1 outside 2-1. Ohio had 1 in the 8th, 2 in the 9th, then Miami had 3 in the 9th to tie it at 9. Then it went to extras. 2-1 from Mastrian to Patino. There's a strike. It's 2-2. Colin Kasperbauer had the sacrifice fly in the game to score A.J. Roush. Brett Manis had the win, and Ohio won that game 10-9. And then I ate a whole La Rosa's pizza. 2-2 pitch. This is low and inside. 3-2 the count. Yeah, we stayed in Middletown last year. So it was drive back from Oxford, get the pizza, do the editing, and chow time. 3-2, labeled to short to his left, knocked down the shortstop Weiss, throws to first late. Patino on. Mason Minzy bats now. So it's a single. It was knocked down by Weiss, and he looped the throw to first late. First and second, the runners. Nobody gone in the 7th. Ohio down 9-1. Minzy, switch-hitting catcher, hitting left, and the pitch. Misses inside, got away from the catcher Novak. Wild pitch, 90 feet, go the runners. Roush to third, Patino to second. Mason tonight, 2 strikeouts, reached on an error and scored Ohio's lone run. That was on the flyout for Finney in the 6th. Time called, Novak out to the mound to work with Mastery in the 4th. Yeah, it's the sweet sauce at La Rosa's that I really enjoy. Much like the sweet sauce at Gino's in Toledo. I'm just a sweet sauce kind of guy. So the 2 regional delicacies pizza-wise, Southwest Ohio, Northwest Ohio, I enjoy. They have La Rosa's pregame before football and basketball at Miami. In hoops, I kept it low-key. In football, I just chowed down. 1-0 pitch, low, 2-0 on Mason Minzy. Because they have the salad with it, they've got breadsticks, and they've got the cookies, too. So that's like going to the 5-star dining in the MAC. 2-0, Mason swings and sends it foul down the line and left. Rufus is here, blowing kisses and shaping hearts to fans. We took a picture with Rufus earlier. It was just a pop into the booth for Rufus. 3-1 the count on Mason Minzy. I was just taking a selfie in the booth prior to the game, and then Rufus came in behind me and tweeted it out. 3-1, outside ball 4. Bobcats have the bases loaded again. Third situation in the last 2 innings now. And will Sturek strike? I mean, one of these times here, Ohio's to come through with a big hit. Sturek's been on base 3 times. 2 singles and a walk. Ohio down 9-1 in the 7th. Cats have 9 outs to play with in regulation, and there's a strike from Mastrian. Sweeps across the plate. It's 0-1. Down 8 but the bases are packed with cats. 0-1 pitch. Popped up foul. Back at home out of play. It's 0-2. Just past the top of the hour. If we were on the air, we would take station ID, but from Court Street to Columbus, from WV to Kentucky, back to my parents' house in Huntley, Illinois. This is the Ohio Sports Network from Learfield. 0-2 called strike 3. That was a straight change. Sturrock was looking for something else. And Mastrian gets a big backwards K. Here's Colin Kasperbauer. Bases still loaded for Miami pitching. That's the 8th strikeout tonight. Oliver, 6 innings, 5 hits, 1 run, 3 walks, 7 strikeouts. The first K for Mastrian. That's the first out that he records. Bases loaded for CK. And the pitch. Low and away. It's 1-0. 9-1 Ohio trails in the 7th. We've got potentially 18 innings of baseball fun tomorrow for you. 1-0. Fly ball down the line and left, foul to the Bobcat bullpen. It's 1-1. Speaking of eating, I've got to figure out what my eating schedule tomorrow is going to be like. Calling this game 2 games solo. 1-1 pitch, hit on the ground to short, backhand pickup, throw to third for a force, run comes in to score. It's 9-2. Good play by Weiss, who got enough on the ball to Zaborowski at third to get Patino out 6-5. Scoring on the play is Roush. On with the fielder's choices, Kasperbauer. First and second the runners, 2 gone. 9-2 Ohio trails. Here's Alex Finney, who doubled in the second, popped out in the 4th, popped out in the 6th. Hits here now in the 7th with Ohio down 9-2. Is there going to be a big hit tonight? There's a strike. It's 0-1. A lot going on tomorrow. The Cherry Blossom Invitational, Ohio Track and Field's lone home meet tomorrow at 10. The spring game tomorrow for Ohio football at 11. 0-1 upstairs. It's 1-1. And if there are any shady calls tomorrow, you can blame Mr. Lugg. No, never, never. Just keep the game moving. 1-1. Low and in, it's 2-1. Yeah, Wes Lugg's father is going to be on the officiating crew tomorrow. It's a controlled scrimmage more than a game, but still good to see the Bobcats out there tomorrow. 2-1 pitch. That hit him on the back. He's all right. Bases are loaded again. So Patino to third, Kasperbauer to second, Finney on. Here's Cole Williams. 0 for 3 tonight. Hello to the J6 who are watching in Omaha, Nebraska tonight. Logan's parents, family back there in Omaha. Just some really good people. TJ Jacek, Logan's father, who's here tonight. Always fun to see them in that 2015 run. They're watching tonight. 1-0 pitch with 2 gone. That hit him. Change up inside. Scoring is Minzy. Kasperbauer to third, Finney to second, Williams hit by a pitch. Here's Wes Lugg with a big spot. It's 9-3, a bases loaded hit by pitch. The Redhawks have been hit more than anybody else in the MAC, and Ohio hit to bring in a run here. 2 gone, bases loaded in the pitch. Fastball strike, lower edge of the zone, it's 0-1. I'm sure a lot of folks are tuned in to what the Bobcats are doing this year. Win or lose, it's a great fan base. Former parents, families of former parents. There's a strike, it's 0-2. But I would guess that the last 2 weekends have kind of perked up the interest. Back-to-back sweeps for the first time since 2010. 0-2 the count, 2 gone. Last of the 7th, 9-3 Redhawks. Mastrian for Lug. Upstairs, good eye. It's 1-2. 1-2 the count. Lug back in there. Casper Bauer at third, Finney at second, Williams at first, the 1-2. Called, strike 3. Outside edge, good pitch from Mastrian, inning done. Ohio gets 2, so a multi-run rack for the first time tonight. We go to the 8th, 9-3 Miami. This is the Ohio Sports Network from Learfield. Count what you will about those numbers, but just not a lot of innings. 7 hits, 6 runs, all earned, 2 walks, 6 strikeouts. In there now to start it off in the 8th, 9-3 Miami. Weiss to lead it off. 2-man in the lineup has had 3 extra base hits tonight. 2 doubles, 4 runs batted in, 2-run homer, takes one outside, it's 1-0. Lights full effect here on a Friday in Athens. 1-0. Misses outside. 2-0 the count. On the air tomorrow at 12:45. First pitch at 1 o'clock. A lot of stuff going on here tomorrow. 2-0 pitch from DeMarco. Swinging a foul tip. It's 2-1. Two on coming. Lost the handle on that, missed it up and in, 3-1. The surplus sales tomorrow at 10 o'clock at Peden Stadium for Bobcat football equipment. 3-1, upstairs, ball 4, leadoff walk. So 4 times tonight, Weiss has been on base. Here's Rylan Zaborowski, the third baseman. 3-man in the lineup, 2 walks, ground out, fly out. Close to the plate, right-handed batter. Lets that bat rest on his right shoulder. Gentle rock, upright, and the pitch. Line drive, left field, coming on Williams. He's there. One away. Zach McDonald bats. Single and a double. Line out, double play. Their center fielder and cleanup hitter. 9-3 Miami. Out hitting Ohio 10-6. And the pitch. Misses low and outside. It's 1-0. So Ball State at 10-3, Kent State 9-3, Ohio 11-4, Central Michigan at 8-5. That's your top 4 in the league. Next one misses upstairs to McDonald. Eastern Michigan 9-10, Western Michigan 6-8, Toledo 6-9, Miami 6-9. That's the lay of the land right now. 2-0 is a strike. It's 2-1. Ohio will still see RPI 200 Western Michigan, RPI 85 Ball State, RPI 63 Kent State. Runner breaks from first. They weren't paying attention. That's an easy steal without a play. 2-2 the count, as that was just a walking lead to jog into second for a slide for Weiss. So a stolen base. It's number 49 for the Red Hawks this year. And Weiss is 5th. 2-2. Lost the handle on that. Back to the backstop. Wild pitch. Up to third goes Weiss. Off of the release, you could tell he lost the handle, didn't have a grip on it. And everything after that is, well, went behind the batter to the backstop. 9-3 Red Hawks. Infield has to come in now with one gone in the 8th. Payoff pitch coming up. Swing and a miss, strike 3. It's a big strikeout there. Here's Evan Applewick, their first baseman. On base twice tonight, walk and a single. 9-3 Red Hawks were in the 8th. Infield can relax back. Mid-popping fastballs high. It's 1-0. DeMarco back of Weber, back of Olson tonight. 1-0 pitch. There's a belt high strike. Minzy made sure to yank it down even further. I think that's why Applewick had a word with the home plate umpire, Andy Dudonis. 1-1 the count. And the pitch. Lob it away. 2-1. Northern Illinois did win that game in extra innings. 6-5 over Western Michigan. And so the Broncos, that's a tough loss for them. They're trying to gallop closer to the top 4. 2-1, up and in, off the mid of Minzy, back to the backstop. It's 10-3 Red Hawks. So a walk, a didn't pay attention stolen base, a wild pitch, and a wild pitch, and Miami's up 7 again. 3-1 the count. The 3-1 pitch. Took something off a fastball. It's a strike. It's 3-2. Payoff, a little bit away. Ball 4. Applewick on for the 3rd time tonight. Here's Brian Zapp, who's walked twice. 2 gone in the 8th. Ohio down by 7. Hello to the Spoons, watching and listening in Bourbonnais, Illinois tonight. Jason Spoon, Trent's father, says he'll be here tomorrow. Well, we'll roll out the green carpet for you. Want to know the count on Zapp. And the pitch. Low and in, got past Minzy, shot back to the backstop, and pulling up to second is Applewick on the 3rd wild pitch of the inning. Seven-run deficit, that's nothing compared to what Kent State's doing to Akron tonight. It is 16-0 Kent State in the top of the 7th inning against Akron. 16-0. 2-0, up and away again. Another wild one And to third goes Applewick. You never want to have a wild pitch, but that's more than one wild pitch in the inning. 2 gone, and the Bobcats need to get in the dugout here. 6 outs to play with in regulation. 3-0 coming from DeMarco. There's the strike. 3-1. Miami scored 4 in the third. There were 2 homers in the inning. 3-1. Generous strike. It's 3-2. Thank you. Ohio's left 11. 11 on tonight. And some of those would have helped. All of them would have. Swing and a miss, strike 3. All right, so, is what it is. Couple of walks, bunch of wild pitches, but you leave it with the strikeout, and at least that's something hopefully to build on for DeMarco as we are done in the top of the 8th. Red Hawks get 1, 10-3 Miami. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Thanks for listening wherever you're listening tonight on the Ohio Sports Network from Learfield. And the Bee Gees tell us that Nick Dolan comes to the plate. A little Twitter love from some Comiskey Park historians tonight via Twitter. The Comiskey crew on Twitter. Give them a follow if you're a White Sox fan. Pitch misses inside. It's 1-0 on Nick Dolan. 10-3 Ohio trails. Dolan, Roush, Patino, and hopefully more here. 1-0 pitch from Mastrian. Humpback liner and a right base hit. Down the line, and it will roll a bit. Losing his cap is Magliolka, and into second on a slide is Nick Dolan. Good start to the 8th. Here's A.J. Roush. Yeah, Comiskey crew on Twitter. If you're a White Sox fan, or even if you're just interested in old ballparks, give them a follow. I follow them, they follow me. It's just Comiskey. It's and if you're a White Sox fan, you know how Comiskey is spelled, but it's K-E-Y, crew, on Twitter. Just some great old pictures of the old baseball palace of the world at 35th and Shields on the south side of Chicago. 0-1 the count on A.J. Roush. And the pitch misses outside. It's 1-1. Yeah, just some really cool stuff. Even in the early part of their Twitter feed right now, you see the old gold box seats there. The old program from the final days at Comiskey Park. My parents have that at home. Pitch misses outside to Roush. It is 2-1. Yep, I went with my dad to the final night game at Old Comiskey Park. My dad's brothers, Ronnie and Stanley, were there. My Uncle Wayne there as well. Then my mom was there for the final game. at Comiskey in 1990. The folks have a old brick from Comiskey Park, one of the whitewashed bricks. 2-2 the count, runner at second, 10-3 Ohio trails. Check swing, Roush didn't go. 3-2. I remember that day, Northern Illinois played Northwestern in football that day at Dyke Stadium, then called at the time. That was a Husky loss, and then we went to Comiskey for the final night game at Comiskey Park. Line drive center field, moving back on it. It is McDonald, and he can't make the play. He ran into the wall. He's all right. The ball bangs off the wall. Roush rounding second, slides into third. It is 10-4 on a wall-banging triple for A.J. Roush. So a double followed by a triple as Dolan scores. Ohio down 6, time called. Pitching coach out to the mound now. Now McDonald just went back on that ball, and it kept on carrying. Roush hit that really well. You could probably tell by the sound. And it went right to the 405 marker, and it banged off the wall. Thankfully, McDonald's all right. Roush belly flopped into third. It's a run-scoring triple. Ohio down 6. Miami goes to the bullpen now. 10-4, bottom of the 8th. Nobody gone. Third Red Hawk pitcher on the night coming in right now. This is the Ohio Sports Network from Learfield.
If there's not a Par Mar store near you,
is his first this year. That is just Ohio's 6th triple. Miami, by comparison, has 7. They've given up 15 now. That seems to be a high number. So here's Alec Pitino. 10-4 Ohio trails. We are in the 8th with a run in. Left on left here with the Patinos listening. Back in Sioux City, Iowa. Pitch misses low. It's 1-0. In at third is Zaborowski, charging at third with Roush there right next to him. Can Ohio battle back a little bit closer to make this interesting? 1-0. Low and away, it's 2-0. Patino's having a really good year. One of the tops in the league in hitting, with the batting average at .345 coming in. He does have a single tonight. 2-0, turned on down the line and right. It will get down. It will roll to the wall. It's a double that brings in A.J. Roush. It is 10-5. So on cue there, Pitino pops off to the corner and right. Don't bury the Bobcats just yet. Down 10-5 here. All 5 runs coming from the 6th inning on. RBI 37 for Alec Pitino. What a pickup he's been, huh? And it was a stand-up double, too. Here's Mason Minzy. A long ball here will make it really interesting. Line drive, right field, base hit. Hitting third and trying to score Patino. No throw to the plate. It's 10-6. RBI single, Mason Minzy. This team just keeps on believing. RBI 29 for Minzy. Minzy second in the league in RBIs coming in. Adds one to it tonight. That's 4 straight hits, still nobody out. We're in the 8th. Double, triple, double, single. Here's Will Sturrick. Just need a homer for a cycle in the inning. Vardavis brings it home, fouled back. First base side out of play. Oh, and 1 the count. 10 hits on the night now for Ohio. They were down 6, well, down 5, but got 6 in the 9th at Toledo. This bounces in. It's a wild pitch towards the Bobcat dugout, and up to third on the play goes Minzy. I'm sorry, to second on the play goes Minzy. 10-6 Ohio trails. 1-1 the count. Still nobody out. Vardavis making his 15th appearance. 6.46 ERA, 1-1. Bounced in again. Wild pitch to third on the play goes Minzy. 2-1 the count. And a meeting here with Novak and Vardavis, and pat on the back as he heads to the mound. 2-1 the count. They battled back twice here against Eastern Michigan. They battled back to win at Toledo in the middle game of 3. That's a whole lot of battling back. 2-1 the count, runner at third, nobody gone to the pitch. Up and away, 3-1. Tying runner could be on deck here, with Ohio down 4 in the 8th. 3-1 the count. Here it is. Strike. Took something off a fastball inside edge. It's 3-2. Ohio continues to give itself a chance late in games. Payoff pitch. Called. Strike 3. That was a generous call. And there's some real strong barking from the Bobcat dugout. And somebody might get run here. I don't know. Craig Moore walks from the third base coach's box, emphatically yelling at the home plate umpire, and he's been tossed. Andy Dudonis just run Craig Moore. And I'm going to be very honest on that. One gone runner at third with 3 in the inning, and Ohio down 10-6. Friends, that was a generous call. Now, umpires can make mistakes. There's no doubt about it. We all know that. But Sturrick was punched out there as that was yanked back into the zone, and Novak, the catcher for Miami, did exactly what he's supposed to do. That was not egregiously up and away, but it was up and away, and it was out of the zone, and he yanked it back in. And so now Ohio's going to make a change in the third base coach's box. Kirby McGuire, who handles the hitting for Ohio assistant coach, is the third base coach now, and Craig Moore, with the backpack on, is moving down that third base left field line. So getting a little spicy on this Friday night in Southeast Ohio. Craig Moore ejected for the first time this year, and he will exit via the bullpen in the left field corner. And that's a miss for sure, but that was a ball 4 miss. Here's Colin Kasperbauer. 10-6 Ohio trails, and the pitch to CK bounces in. Good pick by Novak. And he's been put through his paces behind the plate in this inning. That also wasn't a real long leash on the barking from Moore to the home plate umpire, but he delivered the message. 1-0, bounced in again. Novak's bruised up a little bit through this inning. 2-0 the count, time called. They're going to make a change right now. Well, there's a lot that's happened here in this inning with the wind picking up, and there might be some rain around here too. 1 gone, bottom of the 8th, 3 in. Runner at third, 2-0 the count. Miami's going to the bullpen right now as the wind picks up. We'll check the radar for you during this pitching change. We're in the 8th, 10-6 Miami. This is just game 1 of the rivalry rumble with Miami. This is the Ohio Sports Network from Learfield. Red, white, and tonight gray Red Hawks. Didn't pitch last year, appeared in 6 games in 2021. This season, he is 1-0, 7 appearances, started a game, 12 2/3, 10 hits, 5 runs, all earned, 6 walks, 21 strikeouts. Opposition against him hitting .208. So this is their guy. Blackmore out of the pen. 2-0 the count. Fly ball down the line and left to the corner and out of play. It is 2-1. To add to the fun, there is rain in southern Athens County right now. As if we needed more to this. But the wind has picked up and there is rain south of here. And so that would be awesome. 2-1 pitch. Foul tip. It's 2-2. Right before the pitching change, you saw some of the leaves off the trees that are down the first base side blown off their limbs. And there is some rain around. 2-2 the count, 1 gone to the pitch. Line drive to left, base hit. It is 10-7 now. Colin Kasperbauer with an inside-outside swing on a liner to left. That's 4 in the inning for Ohio now. It is 10-7. Minzy scores. Kasperbauer with the RBI. That's 18. Ohio with the 4th spot, down 3 in the 7th. 1 gone. Kasperbauer on. Here's Alex Finney. This team, excuse the alliteration, but it's appropriate. These Bobcats just keep battling back. On a 68-degree night now. 1 gone in the inning. Finney takes Loman away. It's 1-0. Alex tonight 1 for 2 with an RBI. He's doubled, and he hits here now. Wind is starting to pick up, and it's going to give some lift to a ball to left. Lights on a beautiful night. 1-0 pitch. That's outside. It's ball 2. And I think some of the Red Hawks fans didn't like that much. 2-0 the count. All of this happening with just 1 out, and that was the strikeout of Sturrock that drew the ire of Craig Moore, Ohio's head coach, and that ran him. 2-0. Low and away, 3-0. Cole Williams is on deck. Ohio's left 11. The Bobcats have 11 hits. It took Ohio 5+ innings to score their first run. But 4 here in this rack. 3-0 coming. Missed inside. That is ball 4. Tying runner to the plate. 8th man to bat. Casper Bauer to second. Cole Williams was at the plate in the loss to Marshall on Tuesday night, and he was the winning run. Here, a long ball ties the game at 10. There is rain to the south and east. The wind is now gusting out to left. Right on left here, underneath the bright bulbs of Bob Wren Stadium. And the pitch, missed upstairs, 1-0. Cole tonight, ground out, strikeout, line out, hit by a pitch. Blackmore for Williams on 1-0 coming up. Cole has 17 runs batted in this year. 1-0. That's fouled back to the screen. 1-1 the count on every swing of the bat. And I'm not even talking contact. Those that are still here are just kind of gasping and oohing and eyeing. It's a pretty entertaining night for game 1 of the series against Miami. 1-1 pitch coming, runner at second, 1 gone. Got under it and popped it foul. Back at home and out of play. First and second the runners here. A lot of layers to this rivalry for sure. This is meeting 260 all time. So in all those games, think about all the moments like these. And this one. 1-2 pitch coming. That bounced in, and that hit him. Bases are loaded again. Oh my. It would have been runners on second and third, but that got him on the right leg. Casper Bauer to third, Finney to second, Williams to first, hit by a pitch. 9th man to bat in the inning. It started with a double for Dolan. He's on deck. Wes Lugg is the batter now. 1 gone in the 8th. Ohio down 10-7. Right on right here in the pitch. There's a strike. That wasn't a full-on gasser, but effective and in there for a strike. It's 0-1. Outfield is deep, and I mean really deep and left. Zap is way back. 0-1, check swing. He went, said the home plate umpire Andy Dudonis as that hopped in. Novak had to smother it, trickled to the right of the plate. No chance of advancement. With the way the wind is blowing now, the American flag in right field is just hung out and stretched out, blowing towards left. If he gets into one, it's a grand slam. 0-2 pitch. There it is. Fly ball to left, way back, and that ball is gone. A grand slam home run. Ohio leads it 11-7. Ohio leads. 11-10 Ohio leads. On cue, a grand slam. Ohio leads it 11-10. Wes Lugg hit one out of here. Over the wall and left. Wow. Unbelievable. with the gale. That ball got out of here. A grand slam home run for Wes Lugg, and Ohio leads at 11-10. It is an 8-run inning. 11-10 the score. One gone. Here's Nick Dolan, swing and a miss. It's 0-1. Ohio, and the pitch. Upstairs, it's 1-1. I told you, if he got into one to left, it was a grand slam. He got into one to left, and it was a grand slam, and Ohio leads. 1-1 pitch coming. Low, 2-1. And with Wes's parents below the plate, below the booth here, everybody's coming up and congratulating them, and rightly so. 2-1 pitch, low, it's 3-1. These guys just keep believing that they can do it. 11-10, Ohio leads in the 8th, an 8-run inning appropriately in the 8th. 3-1, swing and a miss. It's 3-2 on Nick Dolan. Now, there are 3 more outs to get. That ball went over the wall by a foot. It was hit well, but the wind certainly helped. 3-2. That's fouled off. We'll do it again. And there's no way to say it other than the timing of this, the wind coming in and Ohio giving itself a chance, and here we go. 3-2. Fly ball hit a ton to left, way back there, and that ball is foul. Had to wait. That was like 4 foul poles up into the sky. And that was foul by maybe 10 feet. But that ball was just clubbed. 11-10 Ohio, all the runs coming from the 6th inning on. 1 in the 6th, 2 in the 7th, 8 here in the 8th. As the wind picked a perfect time to start blowing if you're a Bobcat fan. Three and 2 the count. There's still just one gone here. That missed outside. It's ball 4, and man, the Red Hawks have just been blown apart here in the 8th. Dolan walks. Here's A.J. Roush. The inning started with a double for Dolan. Triple Roush, double Patino, single Minzy, strikeout Sturrock, and that was a close call. There's a strike on Roush. It is 0-1. Single Casper Bauer, walk Finney. Williams was hit by a pitch, then the granny for Lugg. 0-1 the count, one gone, runner at first in the pitch. Check swing, they appeal, he didn't go. 1-1 the count. 6 in the 9th at Toledo was something, but 8 in the 8th. Wow. 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. It's 1-2. One gone, runner at first. The battle-back Bobcats did just that again. Now they're 3 outs away from their 12th MAC win of the year. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Roush goes down on strikes. 2 gone in the inning. Here is Alec Patino. How in the world did it start really gusting now? I mean, really. There's rain to the south, rain to the east. Wind is really blowing now. And the pitch. Was that fouled off at the plate? That sounded like something. Nope, ball inside. It's 1-0. Petals now flying off of the trees. What a setting. 1-0 pitch. Got under it, popped it up, foul, down the line and left, out of play. It's 1-1. Still a good amount of folks here from a big crowd tonight, and those that hung around have been rewarded with seeing this. 1-1 the count. Patino takes outside. It's 2-1. Now, as mentioned in that 2009 season, Ohio got to 13 wins with a 17-9 win over ranked Kent State on a Friday night. 2-1, fly ball foul, third base side out of play. 2-2 the count. Now on that night, Robert Maddox had 3 homers. There were over 1,000 here on that night. And that was as good as it really gets. And Ohio had its best record through 16 games that it had in a long time. Here, Ohio is a ball club that was picked middle of the pack in the MAC. And they are putting the rest of the league on notice. Miami had a big-time lead. Bouncing ball to first, knocked off the glove foul of the first baseman. And it will be a strike. It's 2-2. (11-10) Ohio. This inning has taken an hour. I mean, seemingly it's taken an hour. 2-2 the count, 2 gone. And the pitch that bounced in, trying it from first to second and sliding in safely is Nick Dolan. So Applewick on that bouncer to first, it was just foul. It went out of his glove. 3-2 the count with 2 away. Outfield straight up and deep. Payoff pitch coming with 2 gone. Got under it, popped it up, foul. Back to home and out of play. And in this inning, too, the one out prior to the previous K to Roush, that drew the ire of Craig Moore and the Bobcat bench, and then Moore was ejected. Now, Ohio has an 11-10 lead. Line drive, right field, deep, way back there, and that ball is off the wall. Rounding third and coming in to score is Dolan. Patino with the stand-up double. It's a 9 spot for the Cats in the 8th. It is 12-10. Oh, my goodness. Alec Patino with the double. His 3rd hit on the night, his 2nd RBI. His 2nd double. Ohio's 13th hit. Here's Mason Minzy. One in the 6th, 2 in the 7th, 9 here in the 8th. You figure Braxton Kelly is warming in the Bobcat pen, the Ohio closer. Ohio's up by 2. And the pitch. Big swing and a miss for Mason Minzy. Switch hitting catcher, hitting left against the righty. And this is Blackmore, who has given up 5 earned runs, 2 walks, a strikeout. He's faced 7, now 8 batters. 0-1 the count and the pitch. Minzy swings. He's trying to hit a home run, came up empty. It's 0-2. I mean, why not? The wind has died down just a little bit. It is still blowing with rain around here in southeast Ohio. 12-10 Ohio, the lead in the 8th. 9 already in, runner at second. 0-2 pitch. Minzy takes inside. It's 1-2. I've called some pretty special Bobcat baseball moments over the last 15 years. But I can't remember a 9-run 8th inning in such an important game, in such an important series. 1-2, fouled back. I mean, Ohio hasn't been in this position past 2012 at this point of the year. I mean, 2009, 2012, Ohio got hot at the right time in 15 and 17, but But this stuff hasn't been done recently. 1-2 got through the wickets. It was a check swing. He didn't go. Back to the backstop. Wild pitch. Runner up 90 feet. 2-2 the count. Not only did Ohio take the lead on the grand slam from West Lugg, who has not played a lot this year, Ohio has added on. That's got to be a tough feeling in that first base dugout for Miami. 2-2 pitch. Hit the other way down the line and left foul. That's to the Bobcat bullpen. It's off the chain link fence that's in front of the bullpen. It's 2-2. I mean, think about their emotions here, too. Up big. Just needed to get outs. Didn't get outs. And now they're 3 outs away from losing. 2-2 pitch, 2 gone. Fly ball foul down the line and left. I mean, they dropped a blackjack 21 on Eastern Michigan last weekend, and so they've got the ability to score runs for sure. But they needed outs after they got enough that probably should have won them the game. But Ohio just keeps coming back. 2-2, missed inside. Minzy thought about offering. That missed inside from Blackmore. Counts run full. Ohio trying to go 12-4 through the first 16 Mid-American Conference games. 3-2 pitch, 2 gone, runner at third, Cats up 2. Fouled back to the screen. We'll do it again at full. Ohio with 13 hits now. Keep in mind, Ohio has left 11 on tonight. Payoff pitch, 2 gone, runner at third. Low, bounced away, trying it from third and scoring is Patino. 13-10 Ohio. It is a 10-run 8th inning. 10. Here's Will Sturrock. It's ball 4, so runner at first now. Here's Will Sturrock. 2 gone, bottom of the 8th, 10 in, runner at first. Sturrock did offer on a pitch low and away. It is 0-1. The wind started to blow at the right time. And you talk about a 50-50 break. Well, it could be windy or not, and that helps. But Ohio certainly has put itself in position here with this 10-run onslaught. 1-1 the count. Sturrock waits in the pitch. Fly ball center field. This ball's hit deep, but it will stay in the park. McDonald there makes the catch in front of the track, just below and to the right of the scoreboard that now reads 13-10 Ohio as we go to the 9th. This is the Ohio Sports Network from Learfield. What an inning.
Main Street in your local community. You can refuel your ride with quality gasoline and also yourself with popular snacks, drinks, and more. We're making it easy to keep up with your busy schedule by keeping you on the go. GoMart is the proud sponsor of Ohio Bobcat football.
Go for good times. Go for GoMart.
Mark Porter Auto Group is a proud sponsor of Ohio.
We go to the 9th. Ohio leads 13-10, 13-13-1 for Ohio, 10-10-2 for the Redhawks. Braxton Kelly in there for Ohio. And the first pitch misses low and away to pinch hitting Harrison for Miami. 7, 8, and 9 in the lineup. And the Redhawks pinch hitter, left-handed hitter, takes a strike. It is 1-1. This is Tommy Harrison. He's 11 for 61 this year, has 2 homers and 10 runs batted in. 2-1 the count. Braxton Kelly in for the Bobcats. Wind still blowing. Ohio had 10 runs in the 8th. Fastball strike from Braxton Kelly. It is 2-2. The Bobcat closer out of Ulysses, Kentucky. In there now to try to slam the door. This would be his 6th save. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 1 gone in the 9th. 13-10 Ohio leads. This one would be an all-timer. Novak bats now. 8-man in the lineup. Tonight, 3 for 4. He homered. He doubled. He's brought in 2. Big swing and a miss. 0-1. The 6th and the 9th at Toledo was incredible, but this is even more incredible. Fly ball foul, back at home, out of play. It's 0-2. I mean, how many more of these can Ohio have this year? There's still a long way to go in this season. 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 gone. Braxton Kelly with his 2nd K. Oh, my. Comes down to Dylan Baker. 2 gone, bases clear, top of the 9th, 13-10 Ohio after a 10 spot in the 8th. That missed outside, it's 1-0. Baker tonight, their 2nd baseman, 0 for 4, he scored a run. Ohio was down 7-0, then 7-1, there's a strike. Then it was 9-1, then it was 9-3. Then 10-3. This is fouled back. Miami's down to its last strike. Then 13-10. These Bobcats just keep believing. They've battled back again. 1-2, 2 gone upstairs. It's 2-2. And this Diamond Cat crew just doing what they do, huh? 13-10 in the 9th. Kelly re-engages with the mound. The veteran Bobcat closer wipes to a new pitch. The 2-2 with 2 gone in the 9th. Called strike 3. Do you believe in these Bobcats now? The battle back Bobcats have battled back again, and you can paint this one green and white. 13-10 Ohio wins. Ohio wins. Ohio wins over Miami. Meeting 260 all time in the baseball Battle of the Bricks is an all-timer. 13-10 Ohio wins. A 10-run 8th inning. My goodness. Line score, 13 runs, 13 hits, 1 error, 12 left for Ohio. 10 runs, 10 hits, 2 errors, 8 left for Miami. Winning pitcher, DeMarco, 1-1. Losing pitcher for Miami, Blackmore, 1-1. save in the contest, Braxton Kelly, his 6th. Time of the ball game, a pretty tidy 3 hours and 3 minutes in front of the biggest crowd that we've seen this year at Bob Wren Stadium. Ohio improves to 11, now 12-4 in the MAC, and 14-16 overall. Miami falls to 10-26 and 6-10 in the MAC. To repeat, Ohio had 10 runs in the 8th to win it, and it was the Wes Glugg grand slam that got over the wall in left to get it done. Craig Moore was ejected in this game too, by the way, in the 8th inning. My goodness. This is as good of a win as you'll ever have, and it's got to be as tough of a loss for the Red Hawks as they'll ever have. Tomorrow it's a doubleheader. On the air at 12:45 for a first pitch at 1. 2 9-inning contests tomorrow. Bobcat football has its spring scrimmage at 11 o'clock. The surplus sales at 10. Bobcat track and field has the Cherry Blossom Invitational. That is at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. Ohio wins it 13-10 over Miami. And these never give up, keep believing Bobcats battle back again to win again. 13-10 the final. Good night from Bob Wren Stadium. Thanks for listening to the Ohio Sports Network from Learfield.